Good afternoon. This is Paul Keels. Blue Jackets announced today the defenseman Damon Severson will be out for the rest of the season after undergoing shoulder surgery yesterday. Jackets try and snap a 5-game losing streak tomorrow night when they host Winnipeg right here on the Fan. Cleveland Guardians home opener against the Chicago Cubs later this afternoon at Progressive Field. Cade Horton pitching for the Cubs. Joey Cantillo for the Guardians. Cincinnati Reds play their first road game of the season. They're at Texas. Brady Singer on the hill for the Reds. Mackenzie Gore for the Rangers. Columbus Clippers continue their homestand against Indianapolis. Columbus Aviators play their home opener tonight against the D.C. Defenders at historic Crew Stadium at 8 p.m. Arizona basketball coach Tommy Lloyd has agreed to a new 5-year contract that will make him one of the 5 highest-paid coaches in college basketball. This update brought to you by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
You're about to enter a land of audio delight so awesome that you'll drop all important obligations to get your daily fix. Even Marconi, inventor of the radio, couldn't have imagined the pleasures that are about to invade your ear hole.
Oh, yes.
Try as you might, there's no escape. Let's begin.
How? Good afternoon.
This is Common Man and Timmy.
Doing good, Mike.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
With special guests, Nicole Sheeran.
Yeah, dog.
Jen Winters.
I will kick you in the junk.
Jeff Rimmer.
I will be around to haunt you forever.
And Chris Collinsworth.
I mean, are you kidding me?
Broadcasting live from the corner of Cracky and Sacky.
Excuse me.
Here's Common Man and Timmy.
They don't know what the they're doing.
Happy Friday. Welcome in. Timmy is off today. Joshua Perry is back with me today.
Howdy.
Not wearing his napping jeans.
I know, I lied to you, which I try not to do. And I
wanted to feel the material.
It's they're jeans. It's not going to feel softer.
Well, you've
necessarily
sold these to me. Like
they're comfortable.
They're
because
clouds on your crotch.
They were made for me. They were made for me. You want some?
Well, I can't have the ones that are made for you.
No,
they'll be flopping all over the place.
The one's for you.
Yes, I want some for me.
We'll
I got to get all my stuff tailored anyway.
All right.
I'm going to Munchkin Land.
No.
Yeah.
Munchkin Land.
Well, because, see, stuff fits me in the chesticle.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Sure.
But then it's too long.
Got a nice full chest.
Because it's made for a larger man.
Yeah.
Stature.
Mm-hmm. You just cuff them.
Yeah, that looks good. That's a good look. It's Go to Jail Friday. Please get in touch with us at Man and Timmy on X. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093. Email us goodcleanboy@gmail.com. I assume you have some jailbirds?
I do. I have a couple.
I'm excited about that. My jailbird is myself for sitting down and watching that hockey game last night.
Ooh-wee.
Jackets are done. And I've said this, and Teddy, you were arguing with me. Well, man, I can still do it. Teddy?
Yeah.
Are they done? Are they done?
Technically, no, they're not done.
Are they done?
They look like they're done.
That was an embarrassing performance last night. That's not just I went on the road and lost to a really good team. That's I went on the road and I was humiliated and bullied and pushed around by a team that just beat you 48 hours before. You should be playing with your hair on fire because your season depends on this. They had 10.
Yeah.
10 shots on goal. 2 of them by forwards. The entire game. 2 shots on goal by forwards.
So I listened to the first period of the game on radio because I had some running around to do. And I felt like I didn't need to watch it really after that. Just the way it was being described. I'm like, to your point, you just saw these guys. And you know exactly what's on the line. And everybody has been talking about this push and how well you're playing all these different things. We got to get back on track. I don't know what happened in the day off, the back on track, the reset part of that, but certainly something went awry. Bonus after the game had some comments that I agreed with, kind of the talk is cheap thing, certainly there. And then we had some guys give effort. We had some guys who looked like they didn't show up. Yeah, and probably more in the latter category than the former. I mean, we get hyped up. Some people said, I'm going to wait and see. They were probably a little bit smarter than those of us who were like, I'm going to be all in on this, because it just feels like it's going to be a similar story to what we've seen in the past.
Well, and they beat the Hurricanes not too long ago, and you're high on it, and you say, well, we can beat any team any night. But the really great teams have something called consistency.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just about getting hot and staying hot. It's about night in, night out, no matter what's going on, no matter what's going on with your lineup, because that's the excuse that I always hear. There's always an excuse, always. And now it's, well, Severson and Olivier aren't there anymore, so we can't play. We just let teams just push us around. Are you kidding me? There needs to be a leadership change with this team during the offseason. I'm not talking about tweak this here, tweak this there. You're not going to win consistently, and you're going to have younger guys on this team thinking that this is acceptable.
Sure.
The way to play is not like this. And here's what I mean by that. I thank him for his service. He's done a fantastic job. I don't want Boone Jenner as the captain of this team next year. All right? It shouldn't be that the only thing that changes the fortunes of a hockey team is a 71-year-old man gets off his boat.
Right.
All right, there needs to be some more leadership in that dressing room, and it needs to start with the guy that has a C on his chest, whoever the hell that is, and I don't think it's Boone Jenner.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's something to the point of fresh blood in terms of guys who have been a part of winning organizations, or maybe people who are currently here who have been through losing that need to disappear. I totally agree with that, but I also feel like there are very targeted things. It is an excuse of, well, we're banged up, so we're down. I'm fine with that. That's a roster construction thing that you can address. You can become a deeper team. So that can't be an excuse moving forward because you see that. I also, as a guy who's not super into hockey, I know the special teams aren't good. And that's a trend that has been around for a while.
The special teams haven't been good for 10 years.
Okay, so what is a plan that you can formulate to address that? Like, you don't get to have that be a thing year in and year out. So I'm with you in terms of different leadership, different voice in the front of the room. All that makes sense to me. But roster construction has to become better to when you have guys inevitably get injured. It's not a problem. And you can't have the same issues on the ice year after year.
I want to read this little paragraph from Porty's recap. The Blue Jackets finished with only 10 shots on goal, only 2 of which were by Columbus forwards, matching a franchise record that stood for more than 23 years. By the way, when we're talking about a franchise record for the team that's been the worst franchise in the NHL collectively for the past 25 years, Jesus. On April 1st, 2003, the Jackets had 10 shots on goal in a 4-0 loss in Philadelphia. They had the 3rd worst record in the NHL that season. According to the league, the 2 shots on goal by Blue Jackets forwards on Thursday night were also the fewest in a game since the NHL started tracking shots on goal in 1959.
Oh, wow.
2 shots on goal by forwards. That has never been seen before since they started to track the shot on goal in 1959.
You might
Embarrassing performance.
Put that one up in the locker room and let the guys stew on that. What were you doing in April of 03?
April of 03, I was unemployed.
Really?
Is what I was doing in April of 03.
All right.
I hadn't started here yet. I started here in December of 03.
Okay.
So I was unemployed, and I was living in my parents' house, and I think they were looking at me like I was going to be a bum. And I have become a bum, but I'm more of a highly paid bum than I think they thought. But I was contemplating what to do with my life. I was going to go sell cars. I was thinking about applying to the police force. That would have been a big mistake.
Are you serious?
Oh, my God. I just wanted to get the hell off the couch. The tension was hot.
Oh my god!
In the house.
Wow.
I'd go to the post office every single day because back then, when you're applying for radio jobs, you'd have to physically mail a CD or a tape,
a little reel
in the mail.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'd go to the post office. I'd apply for jobs. I'd mail my crap off, and then because it was so toxic at home, because they just were looking at me like, this is what you wanted to do. You wanted to join the carnival, and now here you are.
Yeah.
You're on our couch.
Since you were 15 years old.
You have no place to go.
Yeah.
And so I would go to the movies, go to the matinee, and I would stay all day.
Oh.
I'd pay for, the $4 matinee ticket, and then I would just hop from theater to theater. I'd pack myself a little lunch just so I'd be out of the house.
Oh, man, what a time. Speaking of movies, I was going to text you last night, but I don't have your number. It's a different conversation for a different day.
Oh, that's some shade right there, isn't it?
It's really not. But I was scrolling through DoorDash, and I saw Cinemark on there, and you can get the combo popcorn and an icy, and they'll drop it off at your home.
This is something that I had no idea existed.
Yes.
Have you done this before?
Well...
You have, haven't you?
Yeah, well.
You had some popcorn delivered DoorDash.
It tastes different than when you make it out of the bag.
Why don't you get one of those machines? You can get the old tiny popcorn
you must think
machine.
I'm swimming in money if I can get a popcorn machine.
You're getting custom-made napping jeans.
Well, now, priorities. It's cheaper to DoorDash the popcorn.
Well, fair enough on that one. Final Four this weekend. I actually heard some Buckeye fans saying the most ridiculous things, and I think we have to discuss it. Coming up next, Common Man and Timmy on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got a 25-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking 2 lanes on northbound 71 on the north side at North Broadway. It's going to be slow from 17th Avenue. And watch out for an accident that's on Georgesville Road at Sullivan Avenue. This report is sponsored by Fresh Time Market. Before you hide the eggs, fill your basket with all the high-quality ingredients at Fresh Time Market. From cage-free eggs to delicious ham and lamb to ripe strawberries and pineapple that'll make your Easter brunch or dinner shine. Fresh Time Market has everything you're craving. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
I'm Roger from Columbus. I've lived in Ohio all my life. Owning your home is a cornerstone of the American dream. But for seniors, property taxes keep going up and are costing us everything we've worked for. They're even making it impossible for my grandkids to afford their first homes. Vivek Ramaswamy believes when you own your home, you're in charge. As governor, he'll roll back property taxes to levels from before the end of the pandemic. It's a practical plan that will put thousands of dollars back in your pocket next year while maintaining strong education and dependable police and fire. Ohio's politicians have ignored this crisis for too long. But Vivek Ramaswamy isn't a politician. He's an entrepreneur, and he's ready to fight for you. Ohio needs a leader who makes your life more affordable. That's Vivek Ramaswamy.
Lower costs, bigger paychecks, better schools. Vivek Ramaswamy for governor.
Paid for by Vivek Ramaswamy and Rob McCauley for Ohio.
As the seasons change, it's time to prep your HVAC system with a $49 seasonal tune-up from Columbus Worthington Air. A seasonal tune-up can help save money on your energy bill and help prevent expensive breakdowns. As your local home service experts, everything we do is backed by our exceptional service guarantee. It all adds up to dependable service from neighbors you trust. Columbus Worthington Air and Bryant Heating and Cooling. Whatever it takes. Visit cwaohio.com/radio for details, terms, and conditions. License number 47543.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 5.99% APR, 6.02% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
I'm Jeff Hogan. I've been a journalist at 10 TV for more than 20 years. I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. And that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it moves. It moves you to act, to speak up, or lend a hand. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at 10 TV, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Central Ohio.
Think you know Buckeye football? These two say, hold my beer. The Beat with Austin and Berm.
Sponsored by the Waterworks.
Daily on the Fan's YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton. ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then they help you do more with it. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Chances of showers and storms for us this afternoon. Otherwise, it'll be partly sunny and breezy with highs getting up into the low 80s. For tonight, shower thunderstorm chances linger overnight. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with lows in the 60s. And then for Saturday, we'll see partly sunny skies with chances of showers and storms developing in the afternoon. Breezy winds and highs in the low 80s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
The Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook sponsor of Common Man and Timmy. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Remember that funny line from Christmas Vacation?
Clark, it's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
Well, these morons keep jamming them down our throats, so they're not funny anymore. Here's Man and Timmy.
Happy Friday. Joshua Perry's with me today. Easter's on a Sunday. Today's Good Friday if you celebrate. It feels weird to say celebrate the crucifixion. But, you know, you had to have one to get to the other.
I get it.
If you're a believer. I contend that Easter is the best candy holiday of the year. I think it's overlooked. I think we go to Halloween, we go to Christmas, we go to Valentine's Day. But the reason I say Easter is the best candy holiday of the year is because you have more special things at Easter time that you only get at Easter time.
My pushback is, as a non-chocolate guy, I feel like Easter is dominated by the little chocolate eggs and the chocolate bunnies and all those different things.
Yes.
And then Peeps. Like, Peeps already just throws you off of the list.
I'm surprised you're not a Peep guy.
What? Now,
you like all that. You like circus peanuts.
Now, you got to give me a little bit more credit than Peeps, okay?
Again, with the circus peanuts.
Those are delicious. Candy corn, phenomenal. Okay, Peeps is where I draw the line. Now, my mom, she loves Peeps, but she just doesn't eat them right out of the package. What she does is she opens the package, she puts it in the pantry, and then whenever they've incubated long enough, she'll go and eat them. She likes them stale.
She wants them dry?
She likes them stale.
She likes them like astronaut food?
Yeah. Yes.
All the moisture gone?
Can't figure out why.
My God.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting development.
Maybe that's where I got my candy taste from.
No, but I think, and you know what? Monday, by the way, is the best because you go to the store and it's all on clearance.
Look at you.
It's all on clearance.
Bargain hunter,
I'm
you.
getting all the Cadbury eggs. You like the cat? You don't like Cadbury eggs?
I don't like a Cadbury egg.
What's the matter with you?
It's a little too rich for me.
Too rich. Teddy, you like the Cadbury egg, the cream egg?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you
love it all.
They do a caramel.
I'll eat that. A caramel.
Caramel or caramel?
Caramel.
I can't say caramel.
Why not? How's it spelled?
Seems pretentious.
Spell it.
I'm not spelling.
Spell it.
There's a lot of things that are spelled that way that don't sound that way.
I'm just saying, spell it.
Spell tsunami. That doesn't make any sense.
baby tsunami?
baby tsunami.
Caramel.
All right, Final Four this weekend. Illinois and UConn, Michigan and Arizona. I actually had a conversation with some fellow Buckeye fans that asked me, what are we doing? Are we cheering for Michigan this weekend? You got to help me because maybe I just don't belong on earth anymore. Because I don't know what the hell we're doing if we're Buckeye fans and we're cheering for Michigan to get to the championship game.
I think there are many people, and I do not fault anybody for doing this actually, who have adopted the thing that folks have done down south for ages, and that's just rooting for the conference banner. You want a Big Ten team to win a championship, and you have two of them on opposing sides of the bracket, and if they advance, you're guaranteed for that thing to happen.
But on the other side of that, though, Joshua, as dumb as they are down there, if Auburn is playing with a chance to go to the championship game and Alabama's sitting home doing nothing, do you think they're cheering for Auburn?
I think they would if it was against a Big Ten team.
I don't think they would. There are some rivalries you just don't care about. I can almost understand if you look at Illinois and say, well, they got all those guys from the Balkans, and it seems like a nice story. It would be nice for the conference to win a national championship for the first time since 2003, whatever the hell it was. But Michigan?
So I'll tell you this. When Michigan and Alabama played in that Rose Bowl semifinal a few years back, the year Michigan won the title, I absolutely wanted them to beat Alabama because I was tired of narratives. I loved the fact that it was Michigan and Washington playing for a title, and at that point, I didn't give a damn who won the game. So I understand where some of these people have gotten. I'm tired. And this is because some of the people I work with, Maria Taylor, love her to death. She is all SEC all day. Chris Sims, you played in the Big 12. I work with him now. Texas, in the SEC, all of a sudden he's got a little bit more love for some of those teams down there. I've even heard him say some very nice things about Oklahoma. Why would you do that? And so for me, I feel like I've got this armor on now where I've got to fight for the conference because I'm going up against those guys.
All right, first of all, Maria Taylor can do whatever the hell she wants. Right? I say nothing about Maria Taylor. Chris Sims can shut his mouth. If he's running his mouth, you shut it for him.
Oh, man.
But we don't have to stoop down to their level, Joshua.
Oh, I'm a stooper.
We have to stoop
when
down
they
to
go
their level.
low, we go to hell. That's my motto.
No.
Come on, man.
I'll meet you halfway. Root for Illinois.
Okay. I think that's where a lot of people have gotten, and maybe it's not so much rooting for Michigan, just, rooting for the interest of the Big Ten.
So let me get this straight. The year that Ohio State loses to Michigan at home, and we got pepper spray going on the field, and cheating ass cheater, all that, you still rooted for that team?
Well, the pepper spray was the year after.
Oh, was it the year after?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm all confused now.
But
that's right. It was.
I'm also a Cope rooter as well. If you beat me, I want to look as good as possible. So I'm going to cheer you on after.
That doesn't do anything for me. Like, if the Hurricanes go out and win the Stanley Cup.
Well, you can be like, we'll see.
No, that performance last night doesn't mean anything.
We see,
Nothing.
Yeah.
More footage has been released of Tiger's arrest. Did you watch that?
Of course.
He was in outer space.
Well, the Twitter lawyers are telling me that there's no way to really know that, because they put in the report that he was slurring, and the Twitter lawyers are like, well, he really wasn't. And then they were like, what the hell was that field sobriety test? I've never seen that in all of my life. So they're all convinced that he did nothing wrong except for look at his phone while turning the radio, allegedly.
Who's the Twitter lawyers?
The people on Twitter who
Mike Florio?
Are like, okay. The people who are on Twitter who are like, I've represented a lot of people in these types of cases.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Let's say that happens. All right. I was actually talking to Ted about this for the show. So all the same stuff happens, and they don't arrest him.
Mm-hmm.
All these guys are wearing body cam now. And I'm not saying they shouldn't. They should, for their own protection and for ours.
Yes.
And that comes out. That video comes out. And they didn't arrest him.
Mm-hmm.
You know the storm? Those guys probably are suspended or fired. How do you not take this man, who doesn't even seem to know what planet he's on?
Had pills in his pocket, right?
Pills in his pocket.
Sure.
Says he just got off the phone with the president.
That was crazy.
Which, look, I understand that he has a connection to the president.
Right.
But if you really think he was driving around in the neighborhood and just talking to the prez on the cell phone while he's changing the radio, you're out of your damn mind.
I mean, the other part of that, too, is like, if I'm local law enforcement and you're like, oh, yeah, I just got off the phone. I don't know that man. What's he going to do to me? Like, bro, hands behind your back. You're going to jail.
They were being as respectful as they possibly could.
They were.
Sir,
absolutely.
Is there anything you need out of the car? Oh, your clubs.
Just my sticks.
You need the clubs out of I understand, sir. It's worth more than my house. We'll get that for you real quick. And what aggravates me, too, first of all, we can talk about, it's funny. He looked funny. He could have killed somebody.
He could have.
Who cares if he kills himself? I don't even care. But he could have killed somebody else. He's had these problems before. And it's a situation where, what the hell was I going to say? See?
I don't know.
I need some of his pills.
No.
Teddy, I just had one of those moments again.
No, it's okay.
No,
I have
it's
those
not
moments.
okay.
I'm a little bit too young for those moments, though.
You can't blame
I'll have those. This is what I'll say.
You bashed your head up against a brick wall for a living. What's my excuse?
Well, doing this. So I'll tell you this, and I said this earlier in the week talking about Tiger. I think there are a couple of problems with a guy like Tiger who's had these issues for a while and has had a lot of trauma. So number one, he needs to not have his identity so much tied into I'm this elite golfer. The reason why is he's doing things to his body, reconstructed leg, back surgeries, has to have pills to get through the pain. He's doing this so he can be that guy.
Because he wants to still be competitive.
Right. And that's the problem with a lot of these athletes is they don't have that off switch, but it's detrimental to him. There's also society who's like, oh, man, I don't even care if he plays well. I want to see Tiger. No, you don't. You don't. We don't need to. Tiger needs to go away for a little bit. He needs to seek treatment. He needs some help.
You don't want to see Tiger like that. You don't want your heroes to look like that.
Not at all. Not at all. But part of this is like he wants to do it. And then there's this pull of like people want to see it. And I think everybody in the situation probably needs to step back and just be like, no, Tiger needs to go away for his own sake and for the sake of others. If he's going to be on the road like that, we just can't have it.
Also, why do we accept this from the PGA? If there was a person like this playing in professional sports, if they were involved with a team, they would have been suspended.
Because I think...
But we don't hear anything from the PGA about this.
I think most of these leagues are on their own bigger than the participants in the league. Tiger is bigger than the PGA. They need Tiger.
Even at this point?
Yes, he's a draw.
Tiger hasn't been a real draw in years.
Nobody cares if he plays well. They just want to see him out there. It connects you to something that you saw in the past that you loved. But I think they understand that, well, as long as this guy wants to be around, we need that for the sport.
I remember what I was going to say. See?
There you go.
It's back now.
There you go.
His security pulls up 2 minutes after the crash. A guy like Tiger, he has security all over the place all the time. Why is he driving the car?
He said he likes his privacy.
Why isn't security driving the car?
Well, those NDAs, they expire at some point.
Not if you pay him well enough. Come on.
He's got some stops to make. Maybe a Perkins.
Lane Kiffin is a hypocrite. I'm going to tell you why in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got stop and go traffic on northbound 71 on the north side from Gemini Parkway to Lewis Center Road. And there's a couple-minute delay due to some debris in the right lane on westbound 670 at Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority, your local expert. Are your floors sagging? Are musty smells reeking throughout your home? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the crawl space repair experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Men, we all know how important sex is in a relationship, both for you and your partner. But erectile dysfunction ruins sex, which can often have serious impacts on your relationship as well. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if ED is a problem in your life, you understand the impacts it has on you and the one you love. But I'm here to tell you that ED is a treatable condition, and almost without exception, you can have really good sex again. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men with protocols that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, good sex will be the norm. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a level of intimacy for you and your partner that might just astound you both. It's time to have really good sex again, so call us. Just $99 gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Save big on this family favorite. USDA Choice bone-in rib roasts are on sale now for just $8.99 a pound with your card. Limit 2. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Common Man's wife would rather bang her head up against a wall instead of listening to this show. Timmy's wife is banging the milkman. This is Man and Timmy.
This dumb show brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. Joshua Perry's in for Timmy. You asked me a question during the break.
I did.
If I was going to go see the new Michael Jackson biopic or biopic.
The biopic, as the people would say, you're supposed to say.
And I said, no, I don't go to the movies. And then you asked me why, and I didn't have time to tell you.
Well, I asked, at what point after April of 2003 did you stop going?
Yes, because earlier I was talking about how I would go to the movies all the time, and I did. I'd go to movies I didn't even care about, just to go to the movies.
Just to be there.
Just to get lost in the cinema.
That's right.
Right?
Big cinema guy.
But I'll tell you, the last time I went to the movies was 2009.
And why is that?
Now, the long-time listeners of the show have heard this story many times, but you know what? We have new people all the time, and maybe you haven't caught this story before. And this is, honest to God, 100% the truth, which I cannot say about a lot of the stories I tell. All right, but this one is rubber stamped. My wife will tell you exactly this is the way it went down. So it was 2009. Julie and Julia was the movie. It was a movie about Julia Child. It was Meryl Streep. It was Stanley Tucci. Okay?
Okay.
Never actually got to see the movie, but I wound up seeing it later when it was released on the DVD. My wife and I were down in Florida. It was summertime. It was hot as hell. So we're just going to waste a day. Let's go in the air conditioning. Let's go to the movies.
Yes.
Right, let's go to the movies. Let's stay cool, all that. So we go, we buy tickets. She wants to see Julie and Julia. We walk into the theater. It's a matinee. There's not a soul in the theater.
Love that setup.
Me too. Completely to myself. Now, at this point in my life, you're either this type of guy or not. I'm a back row movie type of guy. I like to sit in the last row.
Agreed.
I don't like anybody behind me. I don't want any of that crap. Sit in the last row. So I go on up. Again, when I say there's nobody in this theater, I mean there's nobody. It's me and my wife. That's it. The coming attractions start up. And I see a little shaft of light because the door has opened. Someone's coming in.
Okay.
Can't tell who it is, if it's an usher or an employee, but then I start to hear a squeak. Squeak, squeak, metal squeak.
Okay.
I see a woman carrying a metal cart behind her with shopping bags in it, whatever. She starts walking into the theater, and then she starts coming up the stairs, dragging this cart behind her. And I said to my wife, I had a feeling, I said, this woman is going to sit right next to me. She goes, no, she's not. The whole theater's empty. So I'm watching her. Right? She gets all the way up into the last row.
Sure.
She sits in the last seat. I'm in the middle.
Right.
Right? She's in the last seat. Okay, fine. She sits down, got her cart next to her. She's got a big, what looks to be, again, it's dark in there, white, like Barbara Bush type of wig on.
Yeah.
So she sits down. A couple minutes later, she stands up, moves 2 seats closer to me.
Didn't have a good view.
Sits down. A couple minutes later, she gets up, moves again. I'm saying to my wife, she's going to sit right next to me. And she's laughing. My wife thinks this is hilarious.
Of course.
Right? And I'm in full panic mode because I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know if I'm being punked. What's going on? So eventually, this woman does sit right next to me. I'm not talking about there's a buffer chair in between. I mean, she sits right next to me. At this point, I look at my wife. And I say, what are we going to do? She goes, should we move? I said, she's going to come wherever we are. we can go down there.
Follow us.
She's going to follow us, right? Pretend she's not there. Okay. So I tried. I tried for a couple minutes. Yep. But then what happened was, and Teddy's heard this story many times. What happened was she removed the wig off of her head and pulled out from under the wig meat snacks of some kind. Dried meat snacks.
We talking like Slim Jims? We talking beef jerky?
I don't know. It was dark and it was dried meat of some kind.
Oh,
and she starts to eat the meat, and I look at my wife, who's just there laughing, and I said as loud as I could, let's get the hell out of here. And so we got up and left. And I have never gone to a movie again. I said I'm never going to the movies again. Ever. And that was 2009. It's 2026. And I have not been back to the movies.
This is one of the most hilarious things I've ever heard. I guess my response back to you would be, you can't let the one experience keep you away.
I had enough.
What are the odds that you're going to run into that situation again?
I don't care. I had enough.
Jeez.
It was like the time that you ate something, and then right after you ate it, you vomited. You were so sick. Yeah. And then you had a taster version of that thing. You just couldn't go back to it because it kept reminding you of, the scallops. I can't have it. I can't go back in the movies. I'll break into a cold sweat. Maybe you need to be like my therapy person.
Yeah.
Like, you go with me to the movie. It's okay.
We'll go see this is what we'll do. We'll go see the Michael Jackson thing. All right. And if anybody starts to encroach upon your space, I will physically remove them from your orbit.
You wouldn't have done anything to the wig woman.
I would have.
Because she could have taken a gun out from under her wig next.
I would have been like, hey, switch me seats is what I would have done. You would have been clear on the other side. Switch me seats. Easy solution.
Would you have taken some of her jerky if it was offered to you?
Absolutely not. No way in hell.
That's a true story. You run into Mrs. Common Man, you ask her that story, she'll tell it to you. A lot of the stories I tell, she's like, what? I never heard it. It's made up. That one's not.
That is hilarious.
All right, Lane Kiffin's a total hypocrite. So if you remember way, way back in 2024, when the Buckeyes won the national championship, there was a story out that Ryan Day spent $13 million on the roster that year.
Yep.
NIL roster.
Sure.
And Lane Kiffin, as he does, was chirping about it. Well, that's what Ohio State has to do to win, I guess. $13 million. He was chirping about it. Well, there is a new report out, because Lane Kiffin, of course, is the new head coach over at LSU, that Lane Kiffin this year on his roster has spent greater than $40 million.
Sure.
40.
Absolutely. Yes. This is what the top teams are spending, reportedly.
I get it, but he was the one.
They're all hypocrites.
I know, and it drives me crazy.
That's too damn bad. I don't know what else to tell you. I'll tell you the part that bothers me about this Lane Kiffin thing is they're paying him $13 million a year. And then they say, we're going to give you $40 million reportedly. Go structure your roster however you see fit. Tamper with whatever players you want to tamper with on the Ole Miss roster that you were supposed to be coaching in the postseason and anywhere else in America. Go do what you need to do to be successful right now. And then after, I think they might have had first couple spring practices. After one of the practices, he stands up there and says, well, I need patience. No, you don't. You got $13 million for yourself and $40 million to go buy a roster.
Yeah, that's right. There's no such thing as patience anymore.
You don't get that anymore. That's the thing about him where I'm like, this dude, I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of tired.
Well, I was kind of tired of him before he took this job.
I was willing to put up with some of it because he made Ole Miss a fun thing. And now he's at LSU, and you want to ask for patience at LSU? Like, you don't get that.
He had a chance to win a championship last year.
Yep.
And you passed on that.
You know what he was saying, though?
For the opportunity to win a championship someplace else.
You know what he was saying?
What?
I know this place will never win a title. I just know that for certain. But I can win one at LSU.
But you're in a position
Doesn't matter.
win a title.
Doesn't matter. I actually disagree with that. I don't think everybody who makes the playoff is in a position to win a title. The field's bigger. More teams have an opportunity per se. I still think there are only 5-6 teams in a given year that can actually win it. I never felt like Ole Miss was constructed of the right things.
Yeah, but before the playoffs started, would you have said that Miami would be in the title game?
I could have seen a path for it.
No, I wouldn't. I would have said, no, I can't see that.
I could have seen a path.
And I don't think even as high as I was on them, I didn't think Indiana could pull it off.
Oh, there was a point before they played Ohio State in the Big Ten title game where I'm like, this thing could actually be real for a championship.
But you never felt that way for Ole Miss?
No, because they were so inconsistent on defense. Their profile was more like 2019 LSU, except for they didn't have Joe Burrow and Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase on that offense.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like they could actually go the whole distance with that defense.
I forgot how good that offense was.
It was ridiculous.
How did anybody stop them?
I don't think anybody did.
Right, they didn't. That's the thing. All right, go to jail. You got your go to jails ready?
I got some jails.
Go to jail coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
Watch out for an accident that's on the right shoulder of northbound 71 on the north side at North Broadway. Things are moving slow from Hudson Street. And we've got a small slowdown on eastbound 270 on the north outer belt from US 23 to 71. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority, your local expert. Are your floors sagging? Are musty smells reeking throughout your home? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the crawl space repair experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Want to hear a shocking statistic? Medical malpractice is the third leading cause of death in America. Don't believe it? Google it. And that doesn't count serious injuries like birth injuries to perfectly healthy children. All doctors wear white jackets, but it doesn't make them all the same. Most medical errors are committed by the same quacks over and over again. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Many hospitals looking for more profits are forcing doctors and their groups to be employees of the hospital or be forced out of their system. It's a troubling trend in medicine. People make mistakes, but medical mistakes are huge and often forever. If you believe your child suffered a birth injury or a misdiagnosis or mistake led to a loved one's death or injury, let our team of medical malpractice lawyers examine your case for free. No recovery, no fee. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
Former Red Jay Bruce celebrates a birthday today. Bruce played 9 seasons with the Reds, a big right fielder, a popular player, and a starter on the run of playoff teams the Reds had from 2010 to 2013. Bruce was born in Beaumont, Texas, which also happens to be the hometown of another pretty good Reds player, the late Frank Robinson. Bruce is one of only 32 players in all of Reds history to play more than 1,000 games for Cincinnati. And the one we all remember was the division-clinching game in 2010 when Jay hit a walk-off home run to send the Reds into the playoffs. Happy birthday, Jay Bruce, this April 3rd, this date in Reds baseball.
This Date in Reds Baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
How many different ways can you consume morning juice? Let's see. Live on YouTube, live on the Fans HD3 podcast on demand, and on 10 TV Plus. And we'll send Bobby right to your house.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
The Fan.
Build your cybersecurity skills and prep for thousands of open positions employers are desperate to fill. Attend classes live online or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
I thought mixing bleach
bleach with my floor cleaner would take the stain out.
When my youngest ate the dog's medicine, that was a new one.
I was trying to protect my garden, but I accidentally sprayed myself with pesticide.
So I called 1-800-222-1222, the poison helpline.
A poison expert helped me figure out what to do next.
I was connected to someone who spoke Spanish.
They answered my questions.
It was free.
It was confidential.
It was real help in real time.
Keep the poison experts in your pocket. 1-800-222-1222.
Day one, the hardest day. The day you hear,
"This is a type of blood cancer."
At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one. To learn more and get help on any day, visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572.
Your mornings are jam-packed. So if you're going to add anything, make it your favorite bite from Tim Hortons. Buy any size beverage and add a daily baked donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. It's the best way to add more to your morning. The 1-2-3 menu, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra. Exclusions and terms apply at timhortons.com/offer-terms.
Thanks to your support, the nonprofits VetTix and First Tix have given away tens of millions of tickets and counting to vets currently serving military, the immediate family of troops killed in action, and our brave current and former first responders. These tickets are a meaningful way to say thank you to America's heroes. And now we want you to be part of the mission. Got extra tickets to concerts, games, or special events? Or want to see if you qualify? We want you to go to vettix.org and firsttix.org today. Give something to those who gave.
The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and 32-ounce Yingling drafts for only $4.
Hey kids, if you don't buckle down in school and do something productive with your free time, this is your future.
You guys ready to play like big boys yet, huh? Maybe pick out your own outfits in the morning?
Listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Timmy's out. He's actually at Fenway taking an opening day today for the Red Sox. He sent me a photo. Looks like they have nice weather. Joshua Perry's with me. What's the, let's say nicest, because that's not right. But of all the places that you played in when you walked in, was there a particular stadium or ballpark that just gave you a feeling? Like you walk into Fenway Park, that's giving you a feeling. You walk into Ohio Stadium, that's giving you a feeling. But
I would say Kansas City had that.
Arrowhead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those where
it's the most collegiate of the NFL stadiums.
I would agree with that. I think it had that feel.
And they're going to ruin that by tearing it down and building the dome in Kansas.
They're ruining everything
I understand.
when it comes to that. I feel like an old guy when we have these conversations, but in the NFL operates differently. I totally get it, but there's part of this where you just like the building that the game is being played in. They don't give a damn about any of that anymore. It's like, how corporate can we make this feel? How many amenities can we put in here to charge people more money? How many businesses can we get to do business with us with all these suites and all the activation that they have? I'm sick and damn tired of it.
I get that to a point, and I understand it's a business and they have to run their business. However, I think in society we underestimate how important aesthetics are and the intangibles. I mean, unless your name is Tyvis Powell, and I've heard this a million times from him, there's nothing I like better than when I'm flipping around like in like late October and I come across like the directional Colorado schools playing in some sort of blizzard.
Sure.
I don't care about either of those teams, but I'm watching it because of the setting that it's in. Playoff football. God bless the Buffalo Bills for building an open-air stadium.
You know what Tyvis's issue is? He's a pencil neck cornerback. Pencil neck safety. That's his problem.
Not tough enough.
Gotta have a little grit.
It's this idea that everything has to be fair all the time. Like, wow, the weather makes it unfair. Well, first of all, both teams have to play in the weather, so I don't know why it's unfair. Crowd noise make things unfair, too. Why don't we just not have any crowd noise? Injuries can make things unfair.
I literally thought the whole purpose of, like, home and away situations is that it's unfair for the team that has to travel.
And you value teams that can adapt.
Yes, absolutely.
Is it windy? Let's adapt.
It was one of the things that we used to say where were trying to recruit kids from Florida and Georgia and out from California. And we would, we're on official visits. We're like, oh, how would you adapt to the cold? And it's like, well, if you want to play in the league, you're going to have to do that.
Yeah.
Now you don't really say that anymore.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. And it's a weird thing. Like, it's not the game that I grew up watching. I don't like that.
And I guess that's part of just people getting old, right? I mean, you go back and you look at what baseball was in the 70s.
Sure.
And it's not the same as what I remember.
Right.
And I'm sure the people who were watching baseball in the 50s have the same complaints. And it's eventually you just sort of age out of your favorite thing.
Do you think it's going to go back one day where people are like, we got to do away with some of the domes?
No.
It's unfortunate.
I think once you go in that direction, you don't go back.
I'm worried in general about the loss of character in society, like visually, where homes now are all the same color palette and nobody has trees and landscapes anymore. The McDonald's doesn't have colors anymore. It's all brown and gray. And we're doing it now where every venue is going to look the same because it's just a field inside of a thing.
Well, let me tell you something, man. When you go back and you watch the old movies, whenever they would portray a scene from the future, we're all wearing the same, like, silver jumpsuit or black turtleneck.
It's really sick.
But we're getting there.
Well,
society's going to get there.
They had some color. It just had flying cars, Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
But even then, Back to the Future, it's in the past.
It is. I wish I had one of those little hydrators for the pizza. That's what I wanted from the movie.
All right, go to jail.
He's the judge, jury, and executioner. Timmy Hall says, go to jail.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
All right, Timmy's not here, but Joshua's going to send some people to jail. What do we got?
All right, I got a couple of them. I'm going to start with a gas station that needs to go to jail. So I wanted a Kona Big Wave, right? Beer. I had a taste for it. So I'm searching online because it's not sold everywhere. There's a marathon up by where I live that had it. So I go in there, I purchase it, I get home, I crack one. Tastes a little bit off, but I drink it. Crack the second one. Tastes a little bit off. So I go fiddle around, I find the box. You know what the best buy date said?
Uh-oh.
It said December 18th of 2022.
Oh, that tells me that no one's drinking that beer in Central Ohio.
Not.
You're the only one.
But they just had it stocked. Nobody cared, and they let me buy it. They don't give a damn. And so the guy, whoever's running that, whoever's in charge of inventory, got to go to jail.
I agree with that. That's your responsibility to keep up freshness. I'm going to say the manager, was it Marathon?
Yeah.
Of that marathon gets 5 years in jail.
5 years felt right.
5 years in jail.
Yeah. You want another one?
Yep.
All right, so I wanted a fish sandwich today from Bojangles. They had one, for Lent, and I didn't want to miss it before it was gone.
I love a good fish sandwich.
Me too. So I go through the drive-thru before I make my way down here and order it, pull up to the window, give them my card. They give me a drink and food, and I drive off. I open my food before I leave the parking lot, and they gave me chicken tenders.
Oh, they gave you a little what's in the bag. That's a little game that I like to play.
So I go back inside, and I'm like, hey, I got the wrong order. So the woman who was at the register was very kind and cordial. She shouts back into the kitchen, hey, this guy ordered a fish sandwich. He got chicken tenders. The girl who was back in the kitchen got an attitude. We're working on the sandwich right now. Why weren't you working on it when I was at the drive-thru window? And why do you have an attitude now? Like I was the one who messed it up and the girl at the counter messed it up. She had nothing to do with this. So the girl back there with the fish sandwich that was taking her time making it, you got to go. Sit down somewhere.
I've never had the Bojangles fish sandwich.
It was delicious. They use Duke's mayo for the tartar sauce.
I'm not the biggest Duke's guy.
Oh, come on.
I'm more of a Hellman's guy.
All right. I'm a traditionalist.
No, I'm just saying. I love mayonnaise. I've had them both many times.
Duke's is.
I feel like Duke's is a touch overrated.
I don't know. It's got a nice tang to it.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's too tang. Too much pootie tang for me. How long you want the fish girl to serve?
Honestly, she got to go away for 25 years. I don't don't like my food with the side of attitude. I just don't.
Ooh. 25 years.
We're going away.
All right, more go to jails. Find us on X at Man and Timmy 971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093. Email us goodcleanboy@gmail.com. The biggest enemy of college football are the people that support college football, and I'll tell you why coming up next. Colin, Man, and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
Traffic is slowing down due to an accident that's on the left shoulder of westbound 70 on the west side at 270. And we've got a small holdup on southbound 315 from Goodale Street to Town Street. This report is sponsored by Ohio 811. Call before you dig. Contact Ohio 811 at least 48 hours before you dig. It's easy to do, and it's the law. Centerpoint Energy, Columbia Gas, Duke Energy, and Enbridge Gas want you to dig safely. Contact Ohio 811 every time you dig. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
The new Chicken and Cheddar Rancher is here at Firehouse Subs. Protein packed with grilled chicken breast, crispy bacon, melted cheddar, and creamy buttermilk ranch. A trusted favorite elevated Firehouse Subs style. Grab the new Chicken and Cheddar Rancher today. And remember, Firehouse Subs catering is perfect to feed your team for any game day event. Visit the restaurant or skip the line and order through the Firehouse Subs app. You'll be thankful you did. Only at Firehouse Subs at participating U.S. restaurants.
Family owned and operated. It isn't all sunshine and rainbows. This is Dennis Sullivan, president of Care Heating and Cooling. Here's something you don't hear admitted very often. When you run a business with your family, you don't always get along with them. We argue, we debate, we have real conversations about the decisions that we make. But at Care, every conversation comes back to our priorities, doing right by our employees and our customers. Because when you treat your team like family, they take better care of the families they serve. And when you treat your customers the way you want your own family treated, trust follows. That mindset doesn't always maximize short-term profits, but it builds something better, long-term relationships. Today, more and more local companies are being bought by venture capital firms, where maximizing profits often leads to a sales-first mentality. Care is still family-owned and locally operated, so we can keep people, not profits, at the center of every decision. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
When you saw your heating bills this winter, did you think this is out of control? The problem is your house is leaking money, and the only thing higher than your heating bills are your cooling bills. Steve here from USA Insulation. Let us fix your energy bill problem for good. If you aren't foam insulated, you really aren't insulated. For $99 a month, interest-free, we'll foam your home and help cut those energy bills. 529-2440 or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
There is nothing more meaningful you can do for yourself, your family, and friends than finally getting rid of that pain so they can enjoy that time with you again, especially heading into vacation season. Here, let me help you. It's Bobby Carpenter, and Dr. Tesner and his team at QC Kinetics take care of your pain in the office so you can go right along with your day. It's that easy. So if you say yes to any of these questions, you're the kind of patient QC Kinetics regenerative treatments can help every day. I have consistent pain in my joint, knees, hips, shoulder, back. Pain keeps me from getting a good night's sleep. I'm missing work or saying no to things that I love. I don't want surgery or a long-term recovery. I am at the end of my rope, and taking medications every day is just going to get me through the day. I don't want to do it anymore. So if you want to do that, go check out your free consultation over with my friends at QC Kinetics in Dublin or Gahanna. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices in Dublin and in Gahanna.
Our yoga instructor challenged us to find inner peace. I found it faster than anyone. After 4 seconds, I stood up and screamed, "I found Nirvana! I win!" They asked me to leave. I guess they don't respect winning. Bet365 does, though. New customers get $365 in bonus bets just for betting $10. Namaste, losers. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Oakland Nursery has been keeping Central Ohio green for 86 years, but they've had some help. The greenest lawns around start with the Andersons 4-application lawn program, now on sale for $69.99. Oakland's best DIY program covers 5,000 square feet. The Andersons 4-application program is available exclusively in Central Ohio at Oakland. Plus, buy now and get a 15-pound bag of fortified season-long grub control, usually $22.99, now just $10 a bag with purchase. That's over a 50% savings only at Oakland.
Bo Bishop here. Picture this. Windows down, the beautiful countryside rolling by, the kids laughing in the back, and nowhere you have to be but wherever the road takes you. That's RV life. Find yours at RCD RV. 3 locations in Central Ohio or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. This is Paul Keels. You're in the mood for football? Well, the Columbus Aviators play their home opener tonight against the D.C. Defenders at historic Crew Stadium. That's an 8 p.m. kickoff. Columbus Clippers continue their homestand with Indianapolis tonight. Cincinnati Reds just about ready to start their first road game of the year, playing in Arlington, Texas against the Rangers, while the Cleveland Guardians home opener is about to begin. They host the Chicago Cubs at Progressive Field. Blue Jackets were at home with Winnipeg tomorrow, announcing today that defenseman Damon Severson will be out for the rest of the season after undergoing shoulder surgery. The NCAA Women's Final Four tonight. All 4 top seeds advancing. Game 1 was South Carolina against UConn, followed by UCLA against Texas. This update brought to you by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Stop snoring, sleep better, and live better. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
There's a greater than 0% chance Common Man gets fired before this show is over. You're listening to Man and Timmy.
Timmy's out today. Joshua Perry is with me. Please subscribe to the podcast of this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your audio. Just search Common Man and Timmy. Click subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. Podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. Royals catcher Carter Jensen was scratched from the lineup yesterday because he overslept. Went right through his alarm, says he has no excuse, overslept, so he didn't get the start. Has there ever been a close call for you where you were late or something happened out of your control? Did you oversleep?
Yeah,
what happened?
Unfortunately, yes, and it was fully in my control. The first damn meeting I was ever supposed to attend at Ohio State.
You were late for that?
Overslept.
Oh, man.
Overslept. Now, the good thing was, this was also like Urban's first team meeting with the new team, all the early enrollees, guys that were coming back. And apparently, dudes were just kind of like living in their own world. The start time was a suggestion. Now, Greg Gillum, who was in charge of recruiting at the time, came into the dorms and was like knocking on the door. We got to get you to the Woody. That's what woke me up. And so I got there and we slid in. It was fine. There were other people that came later than I did, and it saved me. But the first meeting.
What was that feeling in your stomach?
I thought I was going to have to like find a different plan for college.
Yeah.
We're going to unenroll you. You haven't been to one class yet, which is good. We're getting you out of here.
I saw this story today. I just think that, the worst enemies sometimes of college football, the people that are very influential in college football. So this is big-time booster, Texas Tech booster. His name's Cody Campbell.
I'm tired of him.
He played at Tech. He's one of these guys that has money, and he feels like he runs the show. Brent Yormark is the commissioner of the Big 12. And he's doing the very rare thing, which is sort of publicly saying, hey, dude, I know that you think you're very important, but you don't run this conference, so stop acting like you do. So Cody Campbell is pissed off because I guess they're going to put a Texas Tech game at night on a Friday night on Fox. And he said they, talking about the TV partners, have the draft or whatever. Now, when he says has the draft, that means picking games.
Correct.
Okay? And the conference doesn't really want to acknowledge it, but they do have an ability to influence those decisions. They just choose not to because they were chasing ratings, which I do understand on one hand, but on the other hand, high school football is important in the state of Texas. I have had this conversation, this argument for years with certain Buckeye fans who say, Ohio State is above playing on Friday night, should have to play on Friday night. And the excuse they will make is because it will just inevitably harm high school football to the point where high school football will cease to exist, which I don't understand.
Right.
I'm not saying we should allow it every single night, but the reason why you go along with what the television partner wants you to do is because they're funding your entire athletic department.
Well, sure.
Okay? The amount of money that you make when you do a deal with a company like that, there's going to be some give and take. And it's mostly going to be you give and then take their money. Yeah. Right? You can make a suggestion. A program like Ohio State has a lot more flex than Texas Tech does.
Sure.
If Ohio State's got a problem with scheduling, if Michigan or Penn State's got a problem with scheduling, that's going to be taken more seriously than if Purdue has a problem with scheduling. That's just life. But what astonishes me is the NFL. Do you think the NFL gives two craps about college football?
Not at all.
When they do their scheduling? I know for a fact they don't. They don't think about college football at all.
Period.
When they schedule. Mm-hmm. Even though, yes, the health of college football does directly affect the health of their sport because they're depending on talent and they like the draft and all of that. However, the NFL is in the NFL business and they don't care about anything else. College football needs to stop worrying about high school football. You are in the college football business. You're in the best business. You should be in the business for Texas Tech.
Yes.
Not worried about the high school down the street. That drives me nuts.
I think a lot of we don't want to harm high school football is really a cover for we just prefer not to be on a Friday night. It doesn't feel as prestigious. It's a bit harder for us to get to games as fans. So just don't do that. And I think that's, Texas Tech in certain windows on Saturdays, you're not, Ohio State, Michigan, whoever are going to dominate noon, right? Like, you can go through all of that. So I can understand where it might be advantageous for them to want to be on a Friday. But they can play whenever they want to. I think it's an inconvenience factor. And people are like, well, if we say that it's hurting high school football, we don't just sound like we're whining. That's what I get out of this. They are whining. This is what people do.
It all goes back to the children.
But it's hurting the children. When you're whining on behalf of the youth, you don't seem as whiny.
All right.
But I think that's what it really comes down to. When all these people are like, oh, what about high school football? What about it? Because you got a lot of these high school players, by the way, you want them to get to games on Saturdays. And so you got them like on a plane early in the morning or as late as they can get on a plane to get to wherever you want them to be on Saturday. You don't really care about them and their well-being. You just want it to be a situation that's advantageous. So you're like, protect them.
And don't give me that it hurts recruiting because then the high school football talent can't come to your game because they're playing their games. Yes, if every single game was played on a Friday night, that would be an issue.
Here's the other part of it.
Go ahead.
Texas Tech cannot say that because all they're doing is spending money.
Of course. That's the only reason why they're relevant.
They don't care if a guy gets on campus on a Saturday during the season. They want to get him on campus, I'm sure. But that's not going to be the deciding factor. Your environment on a Saturday down there in Lubbock. That's going to be the thing. Oh, yeah. Really sold him with that one.
I would think that you'd want all the big stages you can get. There's a difference between playing on Friday night, too, on Fox.
Right.
Than playing on Wednesday night and you're the MAC.
Hey, now.
I know that's a big stage, too.
Hey, now.
You know what I mean.
Are you going to besmirch the name of Maction on the show?
No, I enjoy some Maction.
Yeah, you do.
But it's not quite the same thing. Baseball opening day today. Guardians home opener against the Cubs. They're getting started now. My White Sox opening with the Jays. I contend. See, Timmy's not here to do that. Teddy, will you indulge me, please? I contend.
You contend.
I contend that there is no greater feeling than Major League Baseball opening day. If you're a baseball fan. If you're not a baseball fan, I got nothing for you. But the optimism, the smells of the ballpark for the first time when you walk in there, the fact that you all made it through a winter. If you're a season ticket holder, you see some of the same people every single year, and they've gotten paler and fatter over the winter time, and now you all see each other. I love baseball opening day. From the time I was 15 years old to the time I was 25, I went to every single Chicago White Sox opening day. And I only stopped because of my needy wife.
That's the only reason.
That's the only reason why.
Oh, my God. I'm not as big into baseball as you, so...
Have you been to an opening day before?
I have not been to an opening day.
Okay.
Yeah, and so, like, I can't really comment on it. The thing I will say is I think from an ambiance might be too heavy of a word for it, but fresh cut grass, the crack of the bat, beer, ballpark food, like all of those things, I'm there for the feels.
And every ballpark has a different feel to it.
Yes.
Right? Like the thing that reminds me the most of opening day when I would walk into White Sox Park, various names throughout the years, is the smell of grilled onions.
Ooh.
They would have Polish sausages and grilled onions going, and it's just wafting through the air. If you gave me, if there's somebody out there who just has an amateur hobby of making scented candles, and you gave me a grilled onion scented candle, I'm putting that on for some Friday night fun with me and Mrs. Common Man. That gets me going.
I think you're onto something with the scent of the candle, but not the use of the scent of the candle.
Whatever. I'm just saying, it gets some people need like their Blue Chew and all that crap. you light the onion candle for me.
Oh, man.
And I'm ready to go. But each park has their own little thing.
Yes. It's the opposite of what they're doing to football right now, as a matter of fact.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
I said this the other day because I saw the Eagles are chirping about getting a new stadium, right? It's 20-something years old.
Okay.
We do this in football. We've convinced ourselves, because the Broncos, their stadium's 20-something years old, they're going to tear that down. They're going to build a dome.
Right.
As they do.
Right.
And we convince ourselves that, it's 20 years old, we're done. But meanwhile, you got baseball stadiums out there that are much, much, much older than that.
Some of these places are legitimate dumps. Let's be clear.
That have to go through the same weather extremes because they're outdoors. They go through the winter.
Yes.
And they have 81 home dates a year with people coming in and out and concessions and fans putting asses on seats. And yet we don't talk about replacing them after 25 years. But with football that has max 10 dates a year in that place, we say, no, 25 years old, outdated, can't do it anymore.
It's really sick. It's sick behavior. I'll give you this, though. I'll give you the other side, because you mentioned the optimism of opening day. One of the best days for me as a college football fan is watching the Rose Bowl. And I've covered 3 of them in person, watched as many as I can remember on television. And that feels like the best celebration of college football that day, in the pageantry and ultimately some of the big matchups that happen.
The history plays into that.
100%.
But the ambiance is what sets it aside.
Yes.
You're never going to see a college football game like that ever.
No. I mean, you get the sunset over the San Gabriel Mountains as one road in, one road out, the whole deal. And I think they're opposite extremes, right? One is more of a celebration of the end of the thing. The other one is the optimism of the beginning. But I feel like sports are a great place to celebrate.
Let's go to jail Friday. There's 2 fan employees that I have to put in jail.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. It's just, it's getting extreme here. It's getting excessive. And I'm going to put you in jail. That's coming up next. Colin Man and Timmy on The Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got a 5-minute delay due to a disabled vehicle that's blocking the center lane on southbound 270 at East Broad Street on the East Outer Belt. And there's slower traffic on westbound 670 from 71 to 3rd Street. This report is sponsored by Credit Karma. Don't let tax refund worries hold you back. File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
The Reds are on the radio.
And he caught it. No way. What a grab. Noelvi Marte.
Ellie De La Cruz is on his horse, and they're waving him to the house.
Suarez swings. He drives this.
It is gone. Eugenio Suarez puts the Reds on top.
The quest for October baseball is underway. Hear all the action all season long on your home of the Reds.
when second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Two things: communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage. It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. All right? Wildcats on 3. 1, 2, 3, Wildcats!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
When you are a member of Tel-Ohio, your money works harder for you. Lock in 4% APY on a 24-month CD and watch your savings grow with a credit union built for its members. Visit telohio.org to learn more.
Federally insured by NCUA. Membership open to anyone in Ohio. Restrictions apply.
As the seasons change, it's time to prep your HVAC system with a $49 seasonal tune-up from Columbus Worthington Air. A seasonal tune-up can help save money on your energy bill and help prevent expensive breakdowns. As your local home service experts, everything we do is backed by our exceptional service guarantee. It all adds up to dependable service from neighbors you trust. Columbus Worthington Air and Bryant Heating and Cooling. Whatever it takes. Visit cwaohio.com/radio for details, terms, and conditions. License number 47543.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. I love my Kubota tractor, RTV, and zero-turn I got from Green & Sons, and you can check them out online at greenandsons.com or visit them in store in Mount Sterling or north of Marysville and Raymond for all your Kubota needs.
Hey there, guys. Bo Bishop here. When it comes to making a big decision like the ring, you don't wing it. That's why I trust my friends at Diamond Seller. For nearly 80 years, their family has helped generations of couples celebrate life's biggest moments with exceptional quality, larger diamonds, and better value. And guys, here's the best part. They walk you through it step by step so you know you're getting it right. Whether you're ready to propose or ready to upgrade, visit Diamond Seller, Sawmill Road, Easton Town Center, or learn more at diamondseller.com. DiamondSeller.com.
Get Eco.
ECO. When your drain is clogged, our drain team will clear it for just $93. If we can't clear it, it's free. And we guarantee it will stay clear for at least a year. Or we'll clear it again for free.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Go to geteco.com.
Protect your home or business with Ramos Roofing. Trusted roofing, siding, and gutter solutions with free estimates and flexible financing. Call 614-761-7663 or visit ramosroofingohio.com today. Ramos Roofing. Reliable, local, built right.
The Jackets are making a push to the playoffs.
Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
Listen to every exciting moment, including an extended pregame show for weekend games. Proud to be your home of the Jackets. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Hey, folks, it's game day, and the betting's going to be intense, Drew.
You said it, Dave, but a good pregame routine keeps betting responsible.
That's right. You got to pause before you play.
Good call. Sports betting is hot, but it can be risky.
And pausing to set limits is an all-star move.
That's right, Dave. If you bet on sports, pause before you play to set limits, recognize the risk, and know when to stop.
Learn more at pausebeforeyouplay.org.
File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction or your money back. File in the Credit Karma app.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
I'll watch for a few pop-up thunderstorms tonight across central Ohio, and then it dries out into Saturday morning. On Saturday, we start with some sunshine, then a cold front barrels its way in the afternoon hours between 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. We could see some rain and even a couple of 3 strong to severe thunderstorms. High temperatures, a record-tying 82 on Saturday. On Sunday, it is drier, it is colder, with high temperatures in the 40s and the 50s. That is your 97.1 The Fan weather forecast. I'm 10 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Chris Tomer.
The Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook sponsor of Common Man and Timmy. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Please take note of this warning. This show will mess you up. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
I want to talk to you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. Is that noodle a little less than al dente for you? Need a little assistance? Don't look for treatment on Instagram, right? Frank Thomas selling you stuff on TV. That's a bunch of crap. He doesn't know anything.
Nothing.
But my friends at Tri-State Men's Health, they do this all day, every single day. There is not a day that they don't wake up and think and talk about limp peepees. Not a day. Right? You too, right?
Right.
That's right. They have treatments that work when the pills or herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can even have you lasting an hour or more. I don't know why you need an hour, but if you do, they'll do it for you. Call them today, 800-900-9654, or visit tristatemenshealth.com. Joshua Perry is with me today, and it's Go to Jail Friday, and I have to send 2 people here at the radio station to jail. Now, there is a meme that's been circling out there for, I don't know, like 15 years, right, Teddy? It pops up every now and then.
Yeah.
And then people send it to me like I've never seen it before. And somebody stole an image of me and they put it in one of these, like horrible workplace behavior things. And it's a picture of me and my name is Bryce and I microwave tuna.
Yes.
Right? And so then I'll get people calling me Bryce. And have you seen this, Bryce? Is this you, Bryce? I have no idea how I ever got on this thing. They probably Google imaged Common Man and just took a photo of me and put it on this thing. However, you can attest to this, Teddy. I have never once, ever, microwaved fish in the workplace.
Never. No.
And I never would. However, we have 2 people here that do it on a regular basis.
Regular
basis. Anthony Rothman is a big fish microwaver guy. And it's like the Gordon's stuff, which may not be the freshest.
You talking like a TV dinner?
Yeah.
Just pop it
like
in?
Like a flounder, something.
Flounder, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But he'll do that.
Okay.
And then in the evening time, our gal Nicole Sheeran from 10 TV, just last night, she was nuking up some salmon. And it was all kinds of funky. And even Dom Taberry, Dom is a very quirky guy. He's yelling at, nay, we can't be warming up fish in the office. Why not? It doesn't smell. You can't smell, apparently. You're immune to the fish smell. Everybody smells the fish.
I don't understand what would make you feel like you can do this.
Why not? You want to eat fish?
Eat it at home or eat it cold. That's one of the things that I think I struggle with the most. There are some people who would bring fish in and they would inconvenience us because they can't eat it cold. We got to toughen up a bit as a society. Sometimes you don't get to eat a hot lunch.
But this is what society is. Society is. I like something. So then everybody else must adapt to me because I'm the most important person on earth. I didn't get over in that left turn lane that I wanted to get into. So instead of going a block down the street and making a U-turn and going out of my way, I'm going to stay in this other lane where everybody else wants to go straight because I really wanted to be in that left turn lane. So everybody's got to wait on me. Society is full of these people. I love my dog. So why don't you love my dog when I walk him around the neighborhood with no leash on and he jumps on you?
The biggest lie told by suburban neighbors is, oh, my dog is friendly. I don't care. And your dog doesn't look friendly at all. I see teeth right now. That's not friendly.
It doesn't matter. It's this.
No, I get exactly what you're saying. I like the thing, so you're going to like the thing.
So you must also like it.
Listen, I'm fine if you like fish and if you want to eat it. I'm
you
totally,
like fish. You had fish sandwich
I had a
today.
fish sandwich. I ate it in my car. I wasn't even going to bring the already cooked and warm fish in here just so I could avoid that whole thing.
That would have been acceptable though, because you're not warming it up here.
Which
it's already
is fine.
Cooked. You're bringing it in.
I wasn't even going to do that. But my whole deal is either plan better because you know you're going to have to heat whatever you want heated, or just don't heat it. Eat it cold. You can eat your stuff from the refrigerator cold sometimes, and it's fine. You won't die.
Tuna salad.
Eat it cold.
Salmon salad. You ever have a salmon salad?
I've never.
It's very good.
Do you make it? Do you get it from somewhere?
No, I mean, you cook up the salmon, and then if you have some leftover salmon, you flake it up.
Yeah.
You make mayonnaise and whatever you put in your favorite tuna salad. It's that, but it's leftover salmon.
Might do it with smoked salmon. It sounds.
Ooh, I love smoked salmon.
I do too.
You put it on the bagels with the cream cheese?
Of course. It's a part of my Christmas spread when we ran out of food for dinner.
No, you didn't run out of food for dinner. You didn't have any food for. You invited all these people over for Christmas.
I did.
You put in all this trouble. You got your big brunch and your breakfast spread and all that. And then dinner time comes around and you look at them and you say, I got nothing to feed you.
We had some lingerers. I wasn't anticipating that the amount of people that were there in the morning were also going to be there at 7 p.m.
You're such a good host. They didn't want to leave.
We're having a blast.
If you fed them crap in the morning, they'd probably be out the door by noon.
I would have cried. If somebody came over and was like, damn, that food was terrible, I'll cry.
But it was probably excellent. And they said, well, if that was good, I wonder what he's got for dinner. And the answer is nothing.
There was nothing.
What did you wind up doing for dinner?
Chinese, which I did not consume. I had something different. I can't remember what I ate. But
you don't like Chinese food?
I do. I like Chinese food. But with my allergies, I get really worried about the cross-contamination issues. So I don't prefer to order it because I can't talk to the people the way I need to.
You are an interesting dude. You really are. All right, Teddy, so I'm going to ask you. Rothman and Nicole for warming up fish. What's your verdict for both of them?
Well, they have to go to jail,
Of course they have to go to jail. Just how much jail are they going to serve?
How about 5 years? Is that
Joshua
okay, or is that not severe enough?
I would say bump it up. I'm thinking 10.
Well, you put the woman who gave you an attitude with the fish sandwich, you gave her 25 years in jail.
I don't want the attitude with my food.
All right, 10 years it is.
What do you say?
I actually think it's less for Rothman because I don't think anybody's really addressed this situation with him.
Okay.
Nicole was shamed properly, and she still said, I don't care, I like it.
Let me push back on the Rothman thing. He's been in offices a lot longer than Nicole.
Because he's just old.
Yeah, but he should know better.
But if nobody's called him out on it.
So he doesn't see the memes either?
No. Is it even better, though, for our guy Matty Ice? Because he's warming up scrambled eggs.
The scrambled eggs, I feel like, aren't as offensive. I feel like he does a gentle warming on them.
A gentle warming?
Turns the power down on the microwave.
Slight poaching?
To about a 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really smell them.
You don't smell the eggs?
I don't think so.
Sometimes you got asparagus in there. You can smell that. Pee-pee.
Broccoli?
Broccoli's got a smell.
It does.
Cauliflower?
Yeah.
Got a smell.
Yeah.
Just be conscientious of all the people in the office. That's all. Think of others. I have a fundamental question to ask you.
All right.
It involves one of our favorite guys banished, gone from the earth. And how do we replace him? That's coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
You're going to hit a 15-minute delay due to a crash that's in the left lane on westbound 70 on the west side at 270. Expected to move slow from 670, and we've got a hold up on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 East Split and Livingston Avenue. This report is sponsored by Credit Karma. Don't let tax refund worries hold you back. File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Pepsi Prebiotic Cola in original and cherry vanilla. That Pepsi taste you love with no artificial sweeteners, only 30 calories, just 5 grams of sugar, and 3 grams of prebiotic fiber. That great Pepsi taste with even more to love. Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. Unbelievably Pepsi.
Home should be a comfortable place, but sometimes it's filled with rooms that are too hot, too cold, high energy bills, noise, and polluted air. You deserve better because you care about home comfort, and that's why Logan Services will care for you. We're fast with same-day estimates and next-day installation. We're friendly, listening to you, offering a system for every home and every budget. Get comfortable by choosing Logan AC and Heat Services.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.
Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Common Man uses his droopy sack for a bath mat.
Santa's not the only one with a big red sack full of goodies.
You're listening to Man and Timmy.
Timmy's out. Joshua Perry's with me. He doesn't have a droopy sack. It's nice and taut.
How do you know?
I don't. I'm just guessing. Let me ask you this question, because Timmy gets on me that I can't say this. But you're here, so I can ask you.
Oh, is this a black thing?
Yes, kind of.
Okay.
Kind of. So, we were talking about the types of underwear that we wear, and I wear briefs, but they're black. They're jockey black briefs.
Okay.
So when he asked me what I was wearing, I said tidy blackies, which he said you can't say because tidy whities is the term.
Yeah.
But the ones I wear are not white.
Right. I feel like if we took the word tidy off of it, we wouldn't say the second part. So we shouldn't put them together.
All right, fair enough.
But
I wanted to paint.
I was a little bit tickled by that.
My job as a broadcaster is to paint that picture for you.
The picture's been painted.
Okay, so you can really get that image.
To know that. We didn't need the color.
Teddy is a tidy whitey. Right, Ted? Isn't it tidy whitey?
No.
What is it?
No, I have the boxer briefs.
Oh, boxer briefs. Okay.
Couldn't you just say, though, you wear black tidy whities?
It just seems like a mouthful.
It is, but it
black tidy whities.
It might keep you out of some trouble.
Well, I mean, in fairness, this is not something that I just go out and say in public. We're just discussing it amongst friends.
Amongst friends and everybody who can hear us.
I mean, people just assume that I'm stupid. And I confirm it when I open up my mouth. All right, thank you for weighing in on that.
Of course.
Here's my question to you. Sonny Dykes got a new contract with TCU, and I'm not saying Sonny Dykes is the answer to this question, but if Ryan Day vanished and you could take any active coach in college football to replace him, who would it be?
So, first off, I hope Ryan Day doesn't vanish.
Of course.
I would like to preface by saying that. Then you start to go through the list of coaches, and my mind immediately went to two coaches that are both in the state of Indiana.
Marcus Freeman
and Curt Cignetti. Yeah, I mean, Cignetti's, I don't know how much longer he's willing to coach. He's a little bit older, but he has all of the right things. Their offense is constructed in a way that there's never too much on any one player's plate. It's a passer-friendly offense. It's a runner-friendly offense. They believe in trench play. Like, he would bring all of those things. And they have been phenomenal defensively. All three levels, they create chaos in the defense. He knows how to win. I know some people just believe these 2 years are a flash in the pan. Whatever that means, he did it at Indiana, which is a place that has never won. So I'm cool with that guy. And then Marcus Freeman, one of our own. He's a great young ball coach. Players love him. Parents love him. He's a handsome dude. He's great in the media.
Not overly obnoxious, too?
Well, some people would say.
You think he's obnoxious?
No. I'm not. I don't at all. I love Marcus. But he had that little open letter he wrote and was talking about, and that pissed a lot of people off.
Look, I said at the time, the dude's the head coach at Notre Dame.
What do you want to say?
What the hell is he going to say?
Right.
I'm only here because the Ohio State job's not open. Thank you.
That's what people here wanted him to say.
I'm just saying that's not
realistic at all. But he would be a guy to me where, especially if you're thinking like, who would I want to coach my team for 10 or 15 years? That would be the guy because he's so young and you feel like he'll be able to sustain success.
Phil Mickelson will not play in the Masters. He says there's a family health issue. Do you get involved? Do you like the Masters?
I enjoy watching.
Yeah?
I'd like to go down there one day.
Well, don't hang out with Timmy because he loses the lottery every single... You have to apply to get down there.
Unless
what?
You know some people.
Do you know some people?
I know people who know people. I'm trying to get closer to knowing the people.
You know people who know people.
In 6 degrees of separation.
Well, do me a favor. If you wind up going... Like Beam has been like twice, okay? Timmy applies every single year, and I make the joke that he doesn't get accepted because they've gotten to know him, and they don't want him down there.
I was going to say that.
But if you wind up going and Beamer goes, he may just kill himself. You're going to have to lie or take him with you.
I don't want to lie.
Then you have to take him with you.
I don't know if I'm going to do that either.
He'll stow away in your suitcase. He'll
sure
fold himself up like an accordion.
Like a lawn chair.
Right, and go down there.
Yeah. No, I don't know about that. You got to have a conversation with Timmy. I don't know if I'm ready to travel with Tim.
Teddy, I know you don't go anywhere. You're like me.
Yeah.
Do you have any desire to do Masters?
I did years ago. I was like, that would be awesome to go down there. At this point, probably not, but it would be a great time, I think, just to go down there and just see it and walk the course. It would be phenomenal.
Would you do the type of thing where you stick at one hole and just, you got your chair, or would you follow a golfer around?
Yeah, I would walk the course, definitely. I mean, if I had the pleasure of going down there, multiple years, you might find a place to sit, and hang out. But as far as, just going down for one time, you'd have to go walk the whole thing.
Virginia quarterback Chandler Morris has been denied a 7th year of eligibility. Joshua, is it time to do away with redshirt seasons and all this?
Yes, I think there have been proposals 5 years to play 5 years, and I don't want any waivers or any exceptions.
Right, whether you're injured or not, if you're just an unlucky guy.
Something happens bad. First off, if you're injured to the point where you need 7 or 8 years to complete a college career, you probably should just hang it up anyway. Like, we have to, as a society, just be comfortable saying, you're too much of a hurt guy. We got to stop giving you chances. I'm fine with saying that. So I'm already out on that. Like, the injury thing we should be done with. I know people go through personal hardships and things happen in their life, and that's really unfortunate. But
that's where the 5th year comes in.
I'm done with the waivers. So I would like that. And I'd also love to get back to a world where you got to graduate to transfer freely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are we ever putting that genie back in the bottle?
It needs to be put back in the bottle. It has to be. That's I think the roster management with players being able to transfer every year is a worse nightmare for coaches than NIL is.
Yeah, we were talking about that with Rittenberg a little bit yesterday, where if you gave coaches the choice which one they wanted to abolish, as much as they bitch and moan about NIL, they would abolish transfer portal.
At least if you knew on a year-to-year basis what your roster would look like, you'd probably be able to deal with the financials much better. But you're like, okay, I should set aside this much for retention and this much for portal, and we have to take care of the high schoolers. It's a lot. You don't know who's coming. You don't know who's going.
Well, I don't know what's going to wind up happening. I know that, the government is they say they're going to do something, and
they have other things.
I know they have other things, and they always have other things, but clearly the college football minds can't get on the same track and get together and do this. They feel like the only way out is for government intervention, whether that's right or wrong. Do you think that will focus mostly on NIL, or will transfer be a big part of that?
I think it's going to be both, and I think it should be. And the reason, and I'll say this, the idea of having to depend on legislation is troublesome because there are many more important things in society. But the way that the NCAA was constructed for years, we have now found out it was basically an illegal cartel. And the rules that they had should not have ever been enforceable because they broke laws one way or another. It's what the judges are all telling us.
Right.
So that's why people are like, oh, we need this law and we need that law. It is necessary to be able to have some structure around it. But until then, like, we got to figure something out. And I think the idea of having to depend on that to happen is a really tenuous spot for collegiate athletics.
Are you surprised that college coaches who could have NFL opportunities? Ryan Day could have NFL opportunities.
Sure could.
Right? He's won a national championship, so he's done that. Are you surprised that he still continues to want to coach college football? Because his words this week, by the way, I forget what he was talking about.
The guys at Pro Day who were like,
the guys
crazy.
at Pro Day, you're crazy to be coaching college football. And, of course, you have to be a little bit crazy to coach anything. But for a guy who's won, for a guy who's rich and has seemingly done it all, what does motivate these guys?
So I think if you get in the right situation with the right job, there, I think, is more consistency as a college coach than I feel like NFL coaches literally get hired to get fired. I mean, these guys, if they make it 4 or 5 years, you're like, oh, this is, decently long tenure.
College is getting there. I mean,
it's getting there.
It used to be unheard of that you would fire a guy before like a 3-year or 4-year stretch.
No doubt.
And now you're seeing more of that happen.
But if you're Ryan Day and you get to be in this city that you like and your kids like it and your wife likes it, and you have better resources than everybody else to hire and to staff and to build your roster, which gives you a clear advantage that you just don't have in the NFL because it's a salary cap sport, and there's a draft that comes along with it, and all the things that try to make it as even as possible. And you're looking at this and saying, well, I'm making 8 figures a year, and I don't have to work all that long anyway. Like, you go to the NFL, you're rolling the dice. You're rolling the dice. Like, you just don't know. You get here in Ohio State, and you're sustaining success right now. I think that's one of the reasons why guys are like, I'll just camp out here.
Flag football may go the way of the Savannah Bananas. Details next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
You're going to hit slower traffic on westbound 270 on the South Outer Belt, going from US 23 to 71. And there's about a 40-minute delay due to a crash on eastbound 33 at 270 on the West Outer Belt. Things are slow from Post Road. This report is sponsored by Fresh Time Market. Your self-care routine is about to glow up. Enjoy 30% off all vitamins and body care at Fresh Time Market from April 8th through the 14th. Take care of yourself and your wallet at one of the biggest sales of the year. Fresh Time Market, rooted in your well-being. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This wasn't how Patrick pictured himself in retirement. Instead of playing golf every day, he could barely walk because of his severe knee pain.
It hampered everything because it hurt to walk around the golf course. It hurt to swing, just pretty much hurt doing anything.
But the groundbreaking regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics changed everything for Patrick. QC Kinetics uses your body's own healing properties to help repair and restore damaged tissue in your knees, hips, back, and shoulders. No surgery, no drugs, no downtime.
The turnaround's been amazing from where I was to where I am now. I'm gone from a 15 handicap down to a 7 handicap. That's because my knees allow me to play golf like I haven't been able to play probably in 15 years.
Don't let joint pain keep you from doing what you love. Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Hey, it's Bo Bishop here. You've heard me talk about High Bank Spirits, but the food is just as good. Brunch worth planning your weekend around. Seasonal dinners perfect for date night or game night. Plus, kids eat half off every Monday. Find menus and locations at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone here for Window Nation. Spring has arrived, and it'll be a great time to open your windows. But, oh, wait, your windows don't open easily. They leak when it rains. They've got cracked glass. They need repainting again. Ugh. Getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation, that's easy and affordable. Right now, during the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off all your windows. Plus, you could get them with 0 interest for 5 years. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. Experts report that windows retain 80% of their value. With Window Nation, you'll get windows that easily slide open and closed. They are made with top quality seals so they won't leak when it's rainy or windy. And unlike other windows, they're maintenance free. They're so good, Window Nation stands behind them with a lifetime warranty. And they're rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Save big with Window Nation's The More You Buy, The More You Save sale. Going on now. Sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com for your consultation.
We at The Fan have created a show where you can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Sunday mornings at 8.
It's the Fan Call-In Show, presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Truck drivers, maximize your miles and earn top pay as a team driver at Schneider. Schneider just raised its pay for team drivers and has the freight to keep you moving. More business with small package parcel shippers creates new opportunities with DC to DC drop and hook freight. The advantages don't stop there. Schneider's teams also enjoy the newest trucks with factory installed power inverters and outlets, refrigerators, and memory foam mattresses. Join now and sign-on bonuses of up to $16,000 per team may be available. Find your team driving job at SchneiderJobs.com.
Bo Bishop here. Ready to hit the road and make some memories? Then get to RCD RV, Central Ohio's go-to destination for the best deals, unbeatable service, and adventure-ready RVs. Start your journey today at any of the 3 Central Ohio locations or visit online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Common Man here for Weed Man. I talk to you about Weed Man every year. Why? Simple. Number 1, I use it. Number 2, it works. You want to get those lawn roots thick, baby, because when that happens, they resist weeds, disease, and insects, and they're using top-of-the-line stuff. We're talking golf course quality. Weed Man is locally owned and operated by Corbin and Audrey. They will take care of you. Proudly serving Central Ohio and our Dayton friends. Call your local office, 614-733-3747, weedman.com.
I'm Yolanda Harris. I'm a journalist at 10 TV News. I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. And that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it moves. It moves you to act, to verify, to volunteer. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at 10 TV, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Central Ohio.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by KDHVAC, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
This show features 2 Nicoles. One gives you useful traffic information. The other one yells, "What up, bitches?"
Who's ready to party?
Here's Man and Timmy.
I want to point out that the Columbus Aviators open up tonight. And I'm with 2 people right here that are very excited about it. Teddy's very excited about. Joshua Perry's very excited about it.
Got my shirt on.
Got to get some fresh Konas for tonight. Can't drink the one setter at the house.
You're not going over there tonight?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm not, unfortunately.
What kind of crowd do you think you're going to get over there tonight?
A pretty good crowd. They had to open up a couple extra sections on the upper deck.
Okay.
The second deck, actually.
Why you do it to me, Teddy? If you want me to play it, just tell me to play it.
It just popped into my head.
By the way, speaking of second deck, man, those Blue Jackets second deck last night, right?
It is far. It is gone. Second deck.
That's pretty damn good.
Second deck.
Yes, of course.
Get your mind out of the gutter. Gavin DeGraw's the halftime entertainment tonight.
Oh, yeah. I hope they show some of that on TV because I can't get over there tonight. But
yeah, I don't know if I care for that.
You don't care for that?
Yeah, it's not for me.
What do you want? Seal?
Well, they had Nelly over there in St. Louis, you know?
Well, Nelly's a St. Louis guy.
I know, but
He's an Air Force One.
Yeah, but they had DJ Khaled, who I don't like. So they're 1 for 3 right now, some of these.
Where will the NFL's new professional flag football league play its games? Well, Sports Business Journal, not Ben Horney. It's Ben Fisher. There is a guy named Horney. I forget what his first name is.
There's a Ben Baby, too, what covers the Bengals.
No, not him. The recently announced venture could play its games in a portable high-tech venue that will go city to city. Travel this around, kind of like the Savannah Bananas. Coming to a city near you, NFL version of flag football.
But the venue itself is portable.
Correct. You blow it up.
I feel like
you put air in it.
This is one of those bounce houses.
The whole city comes together and helps to blow it up
in a bounce house.
Yes.
So I feel like we should have learned something from the Big 12 basketball tournament. And it's the fact that not all innovation is good innovation. And in particular, yes.
Yeah.
When you have people who like need to perform at a high level, maybe we shouldn't start screwing with like a portable, like that doesn't even really compute in my mind. Maybe I'm simple.
Well, like back in the day when the circus would come to town.
So this is a circus now.
They'd come and they'd put the big top up. Mm-hmm. They'd travel. They'd have all the parts. They'd assemble it, and people would go to the circus. Maybe it's the same way with flag football.
Yeah, it feels to me like they already have the ability to play inside of a football or soccer stadium and just put the dimensions of the field and the boundaries there, and it should be fine.
Bill Raftery says he wants to call games for the next 10 years. He is 82 years old.
We talked about this yesterday.
I know, and that's why I bring it up, because I was surprised to learn that you would like to be like a version of Lee Corso. You want to just shrivel up and die on camera.
So I've learned about you, which I respect, is you have calculated what an exit would look like. And when it's your time, you just want a clean cut and just, do your thing. And if you want to do some stuff, you can. If not, you're just going to disappear. And I respect that. I would like to see how long people are willing to tolerate me into old age blathering away on a television screen.
It's almost like a game of chicken.
It is. Will you fire the old beloved guy?
It depends. Does Herbie like you?
Okay. All right. So I want to see how long we can make this thing go.
So you don't care about tarnishing your legacy, saying something that will get you in trouble.
You excuse when the old people. Lee went on TV and said the F word. He said the word about little people you're not allowed to say anymore. And nobody did anything. This was the reaction. We all laughed because he was old and lovable.
Well, we all laughed to a certain point. There's another word that if he would have said, we wouldn't be laughing.
No. And it got sad toward the end, but we all were still like, oh, man, look at him. He's still going. And I'm just curious to see how long I would be able to get away with doing that. Maybe they tell me. Maybe I turn 60.
60? That's not old.
And they're like, brother, we're tired of you. Hope you put some money in that 401k because you are cooked.
Well, that's not an age thing. That's just you're bad, go away thing.
Right. But 60 is also not a crazy age to say that you would want to retire. Mass enough money, you'd be like, I'm good. So that's what I'm trying to figure out is how long they would be willing to have me.
I'm telling you, maybe you and I should do like a little Bravo podcast together.
We should.
We'll go get our custom jeans made, our napping jeans.
That's right.
And we'll sit and we'll do some Bravo.
I'm down. I know you do your Common Man's Basement. You got all the things to stream. You know how to get the stream going.
I don't know how to do anything. What are you talking about?
You sit down there and you start streaming.
You got the stream going. I sit down, I click a button that says go live.
I've never done that.
And I only can do that because I got tech people over here that hold my hand. Here's the link. They treat me like I'm 4 because I need to be treated that way.
That was going to be the second part.
Every single time. Here's the link. Now here's what you do. You open up your email. No, not that one. The work email. And then you click on this and you log in and then you go live.
You have to make sure that email is from whoever was supposed to send it before you click that link.
I know. I've taken all the classes.
Okay, just clarifying.
We have all the, stranger danger stuff here at the station.
Yeah. We should set up a stream, though. You know how to do it? Just come and stream.
I don't know how to do it. Somebody has to teach us how to do it. Will we be in the same place or 2 different places?
We could do it from 2 different places. I like to do it in person.
Can you invite me over and I can have one of your old Konas?
I will have some fresh ones for you. I've got a little setup in the basement, though. It's a nice little...
Is that your number 1 beer of choice?
Of late. I like the Bud Light Limes more than the Garage Lime. So Bud Light Lime is a little more zingy. It's like the Duke's Mayo thing.
I didn't realize you were such a beer connoisseur.
I'm really not. But lately, I've kind of found a little flow here.
Is that your beverage of choice? If you're doing an adult beverage, is it a beer?
Dirty martini, vodka, blue cheese olives.
Okay.
That's the drink of choice.
You ever get dolled up to the nines and go out for a cocktail? You look like that type of guy.
I like cocktailing.
I used to make them.
So you don't need more?
No, I don't need more because my wife, I'm not a big cocktail guy. I just you pour me a drink, I'll drink it.
Mm-hmm.
Wine, whiskey, whatever it is. I'm not cocktaily. My wife really got into cocktails. So then I started making her cocktails to the point where I said to her once after I made one, I said, don't take this personally. I would rather do anything else than make you a cocktail. So I hate doing this.
I enjoy it. I have the shaker. I also have the one where you can just stir the cocktails depending on what the
I had all the tools. I got the zesters. I got everything. And you can't just have regular ice. You got to have super square, clear ice.
So last year, I got to a point of my mixology journey.
That sounds like the most pretentious thing ever.
Where I was online looking at different types of cocktails. I made this Earl Grey infused gin. And the cocktails that came from that were just exquisite.
But you stopped doing that?
I did.
Because you hate it, right?
No, because too much cocktailing is not good for your health.
Well, yes, that's of course true.
It's the whole thing where it's like you cook food and you like to eat food, and we see these celebrity chefs and they all blimp up after 10 years. Well, I don't want to have a bad liver because I enjoy doing the mixology thing.
So you enjoyed it. You just, for health reasons, aren't doing it.
You got to make sure that you're pacing.
Right. See, I didn't care. I was just doing it for her. So then it's like, well, I'm not getting anything out of this.
Isn't this what love is about?
No. I'm already cooking her dinner. I do all the cooking.
Same.
I cook every meal.
Same.
19 years I've been married.
Good.
No, I know that's good, but what I'm saying is we cook, we eat together. It's something we can do together.
Right.
I make the cocktail. She just drinks it.
It's a labor of love.
I don't really care.
You got to get more in the process.
No. We have a hard time admitting something in today's society. I'm going to tell you what it is. Coming up next, Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
Traffic is slowing down due to an accident that's on the left shoulder of westbound 70 at 270 on the west side. And there's a slowdown on northbound 71 on the south side between Greenlawn Avenue and 315. This report is sponsored by Ohio 811. Call before you dig. Contact Ohio 811 at least 48 hours before you dig. It's easy to do, and it's the law. CenterPoint Energy, Columbia Gas, Duke Energy, and Enbridge Gas want you to dig safely. Contact Ohio 811 every time you dig. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
The savings are so good at Great Lakes. But have you seen our inventory? With over 1,000 new Hyundais to choose from, there's no need to settle at glakeshyundai.com. Find a new Palisade with the exact options you need, or a new Tucson in that color you have been seeing around town. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with Hyundai Assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile coverage. At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings and selection are so good.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win. Like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar, Dale? Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
As the seasons change, it's time to prep your HVAC system with a $49 seasonal tune-up from Columbus Worthington Air.
A seasonal tune-up can help save money on your energy bill and help prevent expensive breakdowns. As your local home service experts, everything we do is backed by our exceptional service guarantee. It all adds up to dependable service from neighbors you trust. Columbus Worthington Air and Bryant Heating and Cooling. Whatever it takes. Visit cwaohio.com/radio for details, terms, and conditions. License number 47543.
Celebrate America's 250th anniversary right here in Ohio. America 250 Ohio is partnering with communities across the state to bring events and experiences to all 88 counties all year long. Explore Ohio's history on dynamic driving trails, enjoy Ohio-related movie screenings, or attend engaging history talks, plus so much more. See the full calendar of events and discover what's happening near you at America250-ohio.org. Sponsored by the Ohio History Connection, aired by the OAB and this station.
Coffee, iced cap, refreshers. Tim Hortons has all your favorite beverages. And now you can get your favorite bite for less. When you buy any size beverage, add a baked daily donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. So next time you order your favorite Tim's beverage, add something that satisfies your cravings and your wallet. The $1, $2, $3 menu. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra exclusions and terms apply.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Why choose between getting things done and doing things with the ones you love? With Kroger same-day pickup and delivery, it's easy to shop the same great prices and quality you'd find in store. We'll bring your groceries right to you in our refrigerated trucks so you can spend time on what matters most. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Save $20 on your first Kroger pickup or delivery order of $75 or more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Wounded Warrior Project helps post 9/11 veterans and their families realize what's possible. With support and resources that bring warriors together and empower them to become stronger, both inside and out.
It's possible to begin healing.
To get the help you need.
To find peace.
And as each warrior's needs evolve, so do we. Because these last 20 years are just the beginning. Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/possible.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. This is Paul Keel's Cleveland Guardians home opener at Progressive Field. They're in the third inning, and they trail the Chicago Cubs by a score of 1-0. Meanwhile, the Cincinnati Reds, with their first road game of the year, they're in the fourth in Arlington, Texas, and tied with the Rangers at 2-2. Spencer Steers delivered a two-run homer for the Reds. Columbus Clippers continue their homestand tonight, entertaining Indianapolis. The Columbus Aviators play their home opener tonight at historic Crew Stadium at 8 p.m. They host the D.C. Defenders. The NCAA Women's Final Four tonight in Phoenix. All four top seeds playing. South Carolina against UConn. UCLA meeting Texas. The Blue Jackets announcing today that defenseman Damon Severson out for the rest of the season after shoulder surgery. Jackets at home with Winnipeg tomorrow. This update brought to you by Green & Sons. Find your next Kubota tractor at Green & Sons, located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville, and online at greenandsons.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
One has pizza sauce for blood. The other is Rachel Maddow. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Friday. So glad you've tuned in. 3 hours a day, every single day. Timmy is not here. Joshua Perry is here. I'm going to talk about a guy coming up later on this hour who we should put in the Hall of Fame. And I'm not talking about put in the Hall of Fame because his career stats deserve that, but because he's able to get money that I have no idea how he's gotten money. We'll do that later. I said this about Jason Hayward in Major League Baseball. He's in the all-contract Hall of Fame. Made one all-star team in his life his rookie year, and he made over $220 million.
Must be nice.
Let him live. There's another guy in the world of football that can give him a run for his money. What did I tease for you? Oh, we have a hard time in society admitting something. Now, you said that you would like to be the old man who gets ripped off the stage.
Mm-hmm.
You want to dare people to watch you as you drool and mess yourself right there at the desk.
Absolutely.
But I saw this. ABS challenge overturned so far 94 baseball games total. 1 out of every 57 pitches has been overturned for the 12 oldest umpires. Okay? 1 out of every 119 pitches has been overturned for the 17 youngest umpires. So, essentially, the younger umpires are doing twice as good of a job calling balls and strikes as the older umpires. And since we started getting stats, year-end stats and compilations on success rates of umpires, and you can see it like on Twitter, there's an account called Umpire Auditor. They will have these stats up there. And the younger umpires always perform better, by and large, than the older umpires. And in society, if we say that, it's ageism and you can't have that. Yes, in certain jobs, I agree with you. There's no reason why an older man can't run a wonderful office, can't be a great boss, can't be a useful member of a business team.
Right.
But when we're dealing with things that go 100 miles an hour.
Yes.
Right? The same reason why we don't have a lot of 60-year-old race car drivers.
Right.
Because at some point, the reflexes aren't there. There's nothing to be ashamed of. That's just the way that job is. Why can't we admit to ourselves that umpiring in Major League Baseball is a younger man's game?
I don't even think, if you don't want to be that guy, I don't think you even have to be that guy. Performance. That's what it comes down to. Like, if you don't perform well, I think it's okay to say that you shouldn't continue to do the job. And if that just happens to be because you've lost a step and you're in your older age, like, kind of is what it is. To your point about running an office, like, there are some people that can do their job until they're 75, 80 years old.
Absolutely.
No problem. There are other people start forgetting to order copier paper, and they don't have any toner and all the different things that an office needs to run.
You don't even know what toner is.
I don't, but I know you need it. I know you need some toner, and if you don't have it, you're in a world of trouble. I'll tell you that much. So, that's how people do it in the corporate world. It's not, we're firing you because you're old. Like, that's a lawsuit. But hey, you're not performing the way that we need you to, so you can't be here anymore. We also see this pop up where you might have a relative that is a little bit up there in age. And you're like, damn, you went to the grocery store, you backed into the cart corral, you banged a curb on the way into the neighborhood, the mirror's hanging off the side because you clipped a mailbox.
Your relative is Tiger Woods?
Please, being serious here. We would say that person needs to turn in their driver's license. You don't get to drive anymore. That it's perfectly fine. There are also people of that age that they get around and there are no problems and they don't hit anything and they stop at every red light and every stop sign. So, yeah, I mean, like, if you want to spin it, you're being mean to old people, that's a you problem rather than what's actually happening. This is about performance, period.
That's right. And in a perfect world, your performance, whether it's driving a car, whether it's doing a job, should determine everything.
Sure.
Right? But the problem that we have, and I've said this specifically for Major League Baseball umpires, the problem that we have is it's almost like being named to the Supreme Court. Once you're in, the only way out is if you die or you decide you don't want to do it anymore. There's not a way, really, for them to look at your numbers every single year and say, hey, CB Bucknor, how you doing? Yeah, see, you're so bad. And it's not just me saying that. This piece of paper says over the last 10 years, you've graded the worst umpire in Major League Baseball.
These guys in a union?
Of course they are.
And I'm sure they would never agree to a contract that would say.
Absolutely not.
And that's part of and I'm not trying to be a union buster. I'm not an anti-union guy.
In the right situations, I'm a big fan of unions.
Exactly. But that's also structurally just how this thing goes, too, is I'm sure there's going to be some sort of grievance and you're just not going to be able to get away with that. But the idea that you shouldn't be able to call somebody on their performance in high-stakes games, by the way, I mentioned this yesterday and we were talking about it. People put money on this stuff. Sometimes it's not an insignificant amount. Like we should desire to have better accuracy when calling balls and strikes.
Let's talk about the NFL, because the NFL, they're in a negotiation with the referees union where it doesn't sound like it's going well.
Not at all.
And they're discussing hiring replacement officials. Yes. And one thing they're going to do, too, is they're going to open up how we use replay. Central Command is going to have a lot more say as, you missed that personal foul penalty. Whoop, virtual flag. There you go. I don't necessarily have an issue with that. I actually think that this could backfire from a referee standpoint, because I think eventually the NFL wants to get to more of a centralized refereeing hub, virtual eye in the sky.
Sure.
And this could be the push that gets them there quicker, not having an agreement with the referees. What do you think about that?
I think you might be right in terms of how this could go in the opposite direction of what the referees are desiring in their negotiation. In terms of the way that plays out, my whole thing with officiating, particularly in football, because this is a big issue in college football, can't take very long. We shouldn't have to wait for a verdict.
Right.
I need the game to still flow a little bit. So as long as they can create a way to do some of these things, and certainly would be like the more obvious calls that are missed or called incorrectly that we see on Sundays, like you just buzz in and say, hey, don't do that. I'm fine with that. If we're getting into a situation where we got to take a little bit more time, then I'm going to be a little bit pissed.
I think my issue has always been I don't have a problem with replay, but I do have a problem with replay if you got a replay guy up there who's not at the same level as the referees on the field.
That's interesting.
I want virtual refs. I want the guys who are trained, who know how to call it, not a guy who buzzes down saying, hey, trained guy, you may want to take a look at this on your little Game Boy down there. I want someone up there who can make the call. You were wrong on that. Here's the call.
I think that's fair.
If you want the rhythm of the game to flow, it's going to be that way.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. It does feel a little bit odd that you would have a dude who's like, I've not done that job, or I can't do that job. I'm not certified to do that job. And it's like, but I'm going to tell you how to do. But that's America.
Well, right. No, but I'm saying I want a trained official up there.
Yeah, but that's not how we do things here.
we do it ass backwards?
Yeah, it's usually the guy who's never done your job telling you how to do it.
Well, that's fair enough.
So it makes sense.
There's a football player out there who has just made tons and tons and tons of money. And I need to know his secret. We'll talk about him coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got a 25-minute holdup due to a crash that's blocking 2 lanes on eastbound US 33 at 270 on the West Outer Belt. Expected to be stop and go from Post Road. And we also have some holdup due to a crash that's on Schrock Road at Carl Road. This report is sponsored by Credit Karma. When your money's on the line, are you okay with the basic free tax service? Get the confidence of TurboTax with free Fed and state filing on Intuit Credit Karma. Around 37% of filers qualify. Simple 1040s only. See details at turbotax.com/free. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 5.99% APR, 6.02% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
I'm Yolanda Harris. I'm a journalist at 10 TV News. I grew up here, and after 25 years of telling this community stories, this place still means so much to me. When I'm not in the newsroom, I'm usually out supporting the same people and causes I care deeply about. I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. What happens here affects us all. And that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it doesn't sit still. It moves. It moves you to act, to verify, to volunteer, to speak up, or lend a hand. It moves your mind by challenging assumptions and offering new perspectives. It moves you forward by giving you the information to make decisions and thrive where you live. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at 10 TV, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Central Ohio.
There's an old story about cat toys that's been retold for over 20 years because it perfectly explains who we are. This is Dennis Sullivan, president of Care Heating and Cooling. Years ago, a couple who shared their house with 3 cats had another company out to look at their furnace. After working on it, the technician said it was dangerous and had to be replaced. The couple called Care for a second opinion, and my dad Mike went out to help them. When he inspected the furnace, the cause of the problem became obvious. A cat toy had been stuffed into the heat exchanger. With the toy removed, the furnace ran perfectly. Now, how did the toy get there? You can decide for yourself, but here's what mattered then and still matters now. The first company paid commissions to their service techs to sell new furnaces. At Care, we pay our technicians to fix furnaces, not sell you a new one. And if a new furnace is needed, our team of replacement specialists will advise you on all options available and help you make your best choice. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
Public education matters, and attendance matters. Students who show up nearly every day to school can learn, grow, and thrive. But if they're not there, they miss important learning opportunities and can easily end up behind. Families must make their children's school attendance a priority, and educators must be strong partners to support that goal.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association. From posters and presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop now, in store and online. Staples, that was easy.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Well, we'll finish tonight with a few pop-up thunderstorms across central Ohio, and then it goes dry into Saturday morning. On Saturday, we'll start with some sun, then bring in the main event of the afternoon, which is a cold front. We could see a line of some rain, even a couple or 3 strong to severe thunderstorms, and a warm high of 82. On Easter Sunday, we clear it all out, and we'll have some sunshine and colder highs in the 40s and the 50s. That is your 97.1 The Fan weather forecast. I'm 10 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Chris Tomer.
The Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook sponsor of Common Man and Timmy. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
The #1 show on Pope Leo's Spotify rap list. It's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Friday. Timmy's out today. Joshua Perry is with me. Are you an In-N-Out burger guy?
I enjoy, I'm a French fry whore. And their fries are, you got to eat them super hot or else they're not great. So it degrades the experience for me just a bit, but I like the burger.
Okay. They are opening, I saw they're opening more locations in Tennessee. That is as far east as they've been.
Okay.
So I'd like to get them up here.
Sure. Yeah.
Because my waistline's not bad enough. You're going to make me the custom napping jeans. Yeah. I mean, let's go.
We might have to wait if they're going to bring one here. You want to make sure your measurements are where you want them.
But I agree with you. I don't think their fries are
they're not
necessarily that great.
They're really not.
I have the same problem with Shake Shack fries. I don't think they're very good.
They're fine. They're fine. I don't like the Steak and Shake fries that much either.
You don't like the really thin ones?
Not from there.
Okay.
In particular.
What's your favorite fry?
Bojangles. The Cajun,
little Cajun seasoned
steak
fries.
fry. Yeah, but it's the Cajun. The seasoning is what does it for me.
Popeyes does a similar type of fry, but my problem with Popeyes is that the fries are never hot and fresh.
No, I've got a whole thing about that.
What?
No, I mean, I feel like nothing is ever the way you need it to be there. Like, you never get a meal from a Popeyes where you're like, every component is exactly as it should be.
However, I'm such a Popeyes fan. I've gotten so many wrong orders. There was a time, I kid you not. And again, this is one of those stories where my wife will back me up 100% on this.
So I gotta ask before you tell stories what your wife would say.
No, I'm telling you, she will back me up on this. We go in there, it's one of the situations where we're eating in the Popeyes. Why
would you do that?
Thank God. I'd like to eat in the places.
In the fast food spot.
Why not? It's nice.
You know, they're eliminating dining rooms.
I know, and I don't like that.
Okay.
I like it. I go in there, I eat, it's hot and fresh, whatever. Get myself a Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it comes in a little foil wrap thing.
Yes.
You know, ever since Chick-fil-A started doing that, we all have to have the chicken sandwich in the little foil bag.
Absolutely.
And so I get it out. Like, this doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel heavy enough. And so I open it up, and it's the bun.
Uh-huh.
It's the sauce.
Yep.
It's the pickle.
You got a couple pickles on there.
No chicken. Not it's a small piece of chicken. They didn't put the chicken inside the chicken sandwich. That's why I said to my wife, we should start some sort of Instagram account called That's So Popeyes and just post pictures like this. Now, they rectified it. I went up there and
Right. So I've got a take on this. I don't want this to be taken the wrong way. People are like, oh, we should pay more to these folks that work in these roles. And there are some people that do a phenomenal job. And I am very much people should be able to go work a job and live a standard of living that is suitable for whatever, right? Like, I don't think anybody needs to be out there just like struggling, working a job. But then you have these instances, and it makes it really difficult to argue that we should put more money in their check. The thing that happened with me at Bojangles today, the idea that you could order a chicken sandwich, it's in the damn name,
and not have chicken in it.
The most important component of the sandwich. If I ordered a chicken sandwich and they didn't give me a bun, they didn't give me pickles, there was no sauce, but I got the chicken, probably not going to complain too bad. But you gave me everything but
bun with sauce and pickles.
It's a little bit tough. We got to do better.
A buddy of mine loves Popeyes so much, he knows when his local location changes the grease. So he goes that day.
That is sicko behavior. And the part about people who are like that, I love them. What other ways could you be using your talent? You know,
it's like serial killers.
Okay,
and
we just took
I'm dead serious.
That was
serial
a big
killers,
leap.
And I'm not talking about just random killers. Serial killers, though, the ones that we don't have too much of them in society anymore. It's really a shame. The ones who would taunt the media and leave clues for people. No, it's the killers have gotten lazy. They've gotten lazy now.
All right.
They're not leaving clues and breadcrumbs to their identities and stuff like that. They work so hard at concealing their identities. Right? Same thing with these con men. They run these Ponzi schemes, these billion-dollar Ponzi schemes, but they're putting in a ton of work to run this Ponzi scheme.
They are.
If you channel that towards something positive, you'll probably make a very nice living for yourself.
You would think. There are a lot of smart and talented people sitting in jail because they didn't put their effort and energy into the right things.
That's right.
It's just the reality. But they wanted to live life on the edge, and that's what the edge got them.
Kirk Cousins.
A lot of money.
Kirk Cousins has made $321 million in 14 NFL seasons. His time in Atlanta went like this. He made 22 starts. He made $98.7 million for those 22 starts. That is $4.49 million per start. Yikes.
Wow.
He signed a deal just recently with the Raiders. On paper, it's like a 4 or 5 year deal, but it's really not. It's a 1 year deal. but I want to say he gets 20-something guaranteed. But $321 million for 14 seasons. I made this point about Jason Hayward. He announced his retirement from baseball, and he, his career 250 guy, played corner outfield and didn't really have any power numbers to speak of, made one all-star team in his career. But he had good timing. When he was up for a contract, he had played some of his best baseball the last couple months. His teams had won the World Series, Cardinals, Cubs. He cashed in. So he made over $220 million for making one all-star team. I don't doubt for a second, and as a matter of fact, I know that the quarterback is the most important position on the field.
No doubt.
And if you find yourself a stud, he is worth every single penny, whatever that is. But I think we can all agree that Kirk Cousins, while he had some nice seasons and some nice stats, was not what you would call a stud quarterback worthy of $321 million, but someone was willing to pay it. So God bless him.
So there are two things that I think are in the equation here. Is being good and not great at quarterback is still plenty good enough. And being a nice guy, I think, can get you some places. And that's kind of what he is. But he is the dude who has been smart enough to sign him short, job hop a little bit, test your market. What we see out in the real world. You want to get that raise, don't go to your boss, go to a different boss. Go look for another job. Be on the market, be available. See what's happening out there. And he's just been that guy who's kind of done that. And I think it's a very smart approach. It's paid off for him in the bank account. Never had to be the best guy, but you had to be available for somebody to say you can make our team better right now. And that's how it goes down.
And for a while there with Washington, he was good, but not necessarily good enough for that long-term deal. So what they continued to do was put the franchise tag on him.
And he was like, I'll do it.
And so on a year-to-year basis, that paid him like one of the top quarterbacks.
It goes up.
Right, and it goes up, but they were only technically committed for that 1 year.
Right.
But in his world, he's getting guaranteed money, guaranteed contracts every single year.
I mean, it's a way to do it, though. Especially a guy like him came in the league not probably. What were the expectations?
What was he?
Fourth round pick,
Was he a fourth round pick, third round pick?
I mean, nobody thought he was going to make it to this point anyway. You bet on yourself.
There are lots of people who think that, talent will always win. Is that if you're talented, even if you're in a bad situation or you're, a backup quarterback or an undrafted guy, eventually your talent will win out. I don't necessarily believe that, though. I think a lot of it's based on opportunity.
Yes.
Look at Tom Brady, for example. Tom Brady, backup quarterback with the Patriots. Maybe there's a chance that he gets in there and he's awesome. But Drew Bledsoe punctures his lung. Tom Brady comes in at just the right time, has just the right success at the right time. And then, of course, his talent shines and he becomes the greatest of all time. Kurt Warner. We talk about his story all the time. Oh, he was bagging groceries. He was playing in the AFL. He, too, was a backup quarterback on a good team. Trent Green goes down with the torn Achilles or ACL, one of the two. And Kurt Warner steps in, has success right away. But I always wonder how many guys like that could have been, but never got the opportunity.
Yeah, I think it's right place, right time. And I think there are very few football players that can thrive independent of being in the right system. People talk about, he's a system quarterback or he's a system linebacker. Everybody is.
Yeah.
Like some guys are just naturally more talented than others, but like you put Lamar Jackson in an offense that doesn't utilize his legs, like what are we talking about? Similar thing with Josh Allen. And if you want to put one of these guys who's more of a statue into an offense where it's like, we want our quarterback to run, they're not going to be good. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of that goes on. You got to be in the right place at the right time, but you also have to have that right system. So I went up and I looked at these transactions for Kirk Cousins. So he signed the initial 4-year deal when he came in the league. Then he signed a 1-year deal, signed a 3-year deal. 2 years into that, signs an extension. Then you get to the part where he's at Atlanta making $180 million, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm just going to sign him short. I'm going to take the franchise tag. I'm going to play on it. Like, I'm going to be good enough that I'm desirable, but, I'm never going to wow anybody, but I'm going to be in the market more often than everybody else, and so my money can go up more quickly than everybody else.
Joshua, you know I'm not a big fan of anything from the South. However, there is one southern city that I feel sorry for.
Oh, no.
I feel sorry for him. I genuinely do, and I'll tell you what that is coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
Expect some slower traffic on eastbound 70 between Livingston Avenue and US 33 on the east side. And there's another slowdown to watch out for on southbound 315 from 670 to Town Street. This report is sponsored by Credit Karma. Don't let tax refund worries hold you back. File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Get Eco.
ECO. Hey, Jerry, you know how we remind people not to be a sump pump grump this time of year?
I sure do. If people's sump pumps aren't pumpy, they sure can get grumpy.
And down in the dumpy.
But our $89 sump pump inspection can replace all that sump pump grumpiness with happiness.
Even if it doesn't rhyme.
Get Eco.
ECO. Our expert sump pump plumbers will make sure your sump pump is working to spec and ready to pump. We'll even do a camera inspection of your downspout drainage system to make sure there aren't any backups causing problems down the line.
And turn your sump pump grump into a flow-it-all, know-it-all.
Get Eco.
ECO. Jerry, I'm starting to think not everything we do has to rhyme.
But rhymes help people remember things they like, Aaron. I mean, you like hokey pokey, don't you?
I do like the hokey pokey.
Get Eco.
ECO. Eco plumbers, electricians, and sump pump technicians.
When you saw your heating bills this winter, did you think this is out of control? The problem is your house is leaking money, and the only thing higher than your heating bills are your cooling bills. Steve here from USA Insulation. Let us fix your energy bill problem for good. If you aren't foam insulated, you really aren't insulated. For $99 a month, interest-free, we'll foam your home and help cut those energy bills. 529-2440 or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
If the authorities looked at their Instagram accounts, they'd be arrested immediately.
Daddy, what are you doing?
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Joshua Perry's in for Timmy. Aviators home tonight against the DC Defenders. First home game.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't know until like 2 days ago that no one lives or works here from the Aviators. They all live in like Fort Worth, Texas, and they fly in for game day, and then they go back there and they practice.
Yeah. Why not?
I had no idea.
Why shouldn't they do that?
What do you mean, why shouldn't they do that?
It's a league who is trying to break through.
I understand. But
financially conscious.
First of all, they're not financially conscious. If they were financially conscious, they wouldn't even exist.
You would put them all in one hub, less facilities to worry about, less logistics in securing housing and transportation for players.
I understand that, but you know what that does not breed? Attachment from the local community. When you are starting something from scratch.
Okay?
All right. We did this in radio.
Let's do this.
You're starting something from scratch. You got to go out there. You got to show the community that you're a part of them.
Which player would you like to bump into at Giant Eagle?
It's not about bumping into somebody at Giant Eagle.
I'm curious.
It's about, you have rallies. You're here. You go visit sick kids at the hospital.
They can fly
stuff
them
like
in and
that.
do that. They can fly them in the day before the game. They can go to the hospital. They can host their. They can do all that stuff. Flights are easy.
I want to see you living in Powell. That's what I want to see. Who's the starting quarterback of this team?
Julian Sands' brother.
You don't even know his name. And he's not the starting quarterback. He's on the roster.
Well, I don't know.
See? Maybe if he was signing autographs at your local Giant Eagle, you would have run into him. Be like, hey, Tony Todd, whoever his name is, Candyman.
Candyman.
Tony Todd. Here's a T-shirt for you.
I get what you're saying, but I don't think they have to be in town and like you're out at Popeyes sitting in the dining room and you bump into one of the. How would you even recognize who the Aviator is?
Well, I mean, they got stuff on.
You don't wear stuff. He's like walking around in uniform.
Oh, yeah. Bobby Carpenter wears his stuff all the time when he goes out.
Bobby Carpenter is very much like a character, a cartoon.
No.
Same thing all the time.
I'm not a big fan of the South, but there is a southern city that everybody apparently hates, and it's Memphis.
Yeah.
So LeBron was on a YouTube show, Bob Does Sports. He was asked if the travel's worse for him at this stage of his career. He says, F yeah. Yeah, random effing Tuesday in Milwaukee, staying at the effing Hyatt at 41 years old. Do you think I want to do that, blank? Being in Memphis on a random-ass Thursday? I'm not like the first guy to even talk about it in the NBA. Like, we're all like, you guys have to move. Go over to Nashville. You got Vanderbilt over there. You got the effing NASCAR. You got a stadium.
Team, right?
Don't they got a hockey team, too? They got everything. Right. So he's saying that the only chance the Grizzlies ever had of seeing him in their uniform was in 2003 if they won the lottery. But he said, and I might have pulled an Eli Manning and not shown up. Now, Draymond Green has also said about Memphis, they should be in Nashville, should be an Eastern Conference team, no great hotels in Memphis. He says, I love the people of Memphis. They're incredible. Shout out to the people of Memphis. I love them. But just from an NBA standpoint, there's not a sauna or a hot tub in sight. Says, get them the hell out of Memphis and send them to Nashville. Like, come on, do the right thing, people. It's a reason the Tennessee Titans are in Nashville. Not one person would be upset.
I think the people of Memphis.
I think they'd be upset.
So here's the reality of that situation. LeBron said it. Draymond said it. I saw a supercut that was minutes long on Twitter last night of a dozen NBA players that were like, I hate Memphis. I hate that hotel. The hotel room is dirty. It's not nice. It's not updated. Like they can't stand that place.
They can't stand it, man.
And it's an intriguing thing because I saw this young lady who's from Memphis that was like, oh, LeBron, you're from Cleveland. What's so good about Cleveland? Are there even any nice hotels? And it's like, well, they got a Ritz and they've got an Intercontinental to start. Like there are other, it's a pro city. They have some amenities. But I don't think going out and bashing a whole city in interviews and on social media is the right way to approach this thing.
It's tough to hear.
I feel so bad for folks that they got some stuff. They got Stax Records and they've got museums. Like
you got Elvis.
Yeah, sure they do. They
Walking in Memphis.
Never heard it.
Never heard the song Walking in Memphis?
No, Elvis not for me.
Well, that's not an Elvis song. It's just a song about.
Who is it?
It's Mark Cohen.
Not for me.
Either way, not for you.
I mean, there are things to do there. Like, there are people who obviously take pride in their city like the rest of us do. I feel bad for them. But there's probably a lot of truth. If you have a whole league of players that are like, I hate it here, maybe you should consider.
The prospect of Nashville stealing that team away from them makes me nauseous.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because I hate Nashville. I've grown to hate Nashville with a passion.
I don't know if I'm a hate Nashville guy yet.
Because everybody just loves them. So, you know what? Nashville's Jason Kelce.
Wow. That's a hell of an analogy.
Jason Kelce is fine.
And they're trying to force Nashville down your throat.
Jason Kelce is good at his job, just like a bunch of people are good at their job. But I'm tired of every single thing in the world having Jason Kelce on it. Agreed. Same thing with Nashville. Oh, it's wonderful. Everybody loves Nashville. You go down there and, it's the girls with the white dresses and the cowboy boots. Woo! Just, drunk.
Yes.
All over the place. It's the bachelorette party capital of the world.
Nashville is the new Vegas.
Yeah.
It's the new destination place that people want to go. And I'm totally fine with that. And I think it would make more sense. Like, that is it's one of the notable cities. They've probably got more amenities. So the reason for me that the players are probably onto something is the NFL is very particular about the different cities and the infrastructure and all the different things they need to have. And when hosting events, I don't know if you've seen the Super Bowl surveys that they have. Like, they just don't want things to be any old where. And part of the list of things is that Weston and maybe the Hyatt in Milwaukee that was mentioned, that would be a non-starter.
But isn't that a league problem, not necessarily a Memphis problem?
Well, I think there are two ways around it. Is number one, like invest more in the cities, literally as a league that you have teams in, or find better cities. Like it is a league problem, but the idea that you would have players have to go stay in a hotel which everybody says is dirty and old.
No. I get that, but that should be on the NBA to push on local ownership to say, hey, if you want us to stay here, here's what we need from you as a local community.
Adam Silver.
Have you been in Green Bay?
No.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm sure Green Bay doesn't have the Ritz.
And they've got some stuff around there.
What do they have? What do they have around there?
I don't know. I mean, it's an NFL city.
It's a town that has an NFL team in it.
They built it to where they have those few amenities for game day. They'll never host a Super Bowl, but they have at least the amenities for where you're like, we can do game day here every week.
And why? Because the league probably demanded it. Why doesn't the NBA demand that Memphis step up to the plate?
To your point, Adam Silver should walk in there with a hammer and a hard hat himself.
Oh my God!
And renovate
that would be.
And renovate the hotel.
First of all, he has the power of levitation. He wouldn't even have to swing that hammer. He just makes it move with his mind.
I mean, it's a real thing, though. Like, if that's that big of a conversation in player circles, to your point, probably should approach the league. The league needs to approach Grizzlies ownership. They should approach the city of Memphis. Like, yeah, get that figured out.
There's nobody in Memphis that has a hot tub or a sauna?
That was an exaggeration for sure.
There's no bathhouses I can go to.
There's probably the Athletic Club of Memphis.
I'm sure there is. There's people with money in Memphis. It's FedEx headquarters.
FedEx, yeah.
They got companies there.
Sure.
I can't name any more, but I'm just saying.
They've got that.
They got FedEx and Elvis and
FedEx.
A pyramid.
They have a pyramid?
Isn't that where they play, the pyramid? Isn't there an arena shaped like a pyramid? FedEx Forum? Wasn't that a pyramid, Teddy? Am I making that up?
This is the whole point. Nobody knows.
There was a pyramid there, but it's like a one of those, was it Bass Pro Shops place
They
now,
made it into a Bass Pro Shop?
or something like that, yeah.
See? Does Nashville have a pyramid that also is a Bass Pro Shop?
I'm sure they have pyramids.
No.
They got that little Batman building that looks pretty cool.
That's not a pyramid, though.
It's not, but it looks cool.
The Batman building. Back page coming up. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got an accident that's causing delay if you're on Gender Road at Winchester Boulevard. Also watch for some slowdown due to a crash at the intersection of Schrock Road and Carl Road. This report is sponsored by Fresh Time Market. Before you hide the eggs, fill your basket with all the high-quality ingredients at Fresh Time Market. From cage-free eggs to delicious ham and lamb to ripe strawberries and pineapple that'll make your Easter brunch or dinner shine. Fresh Time Market has everything you're craving. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey there, friends. High Bank isn't just award-winning whiskey. They also make the best vodka in America. With 3 Central Ohio locations serving scratch-made food and craft cocktails, High Bank is perfect for date night, game day, or drinks with friends. Learn more at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 5.99% APR, 6.02% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
Bo Bishop here. Picture this. Windows down, the beautiful countryside rolling by, the kids laughing in the back, and nowhere you have to be but wherever the road takes you. That's RV life. Find yours at RCD RV. 3 locations in Central Ohio or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to power your progress, so you can give everything you've got, all for just 1 cent down. Whether you want to get the most out of our best-in-class equipment or go all in with free fitness training, our trainers are ready to help you get stronger than ever before. Take your workout to the next level at Planet Fitness. Join the club today for 1 cent down, $15 a month. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, April 10th. You ready? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
Catch all the buzzer beaters, upsets, bracket busters, and more at the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. It's the greatest month of the year.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
I'm Tracy Townsend, anchor at 10 TV News This Morning. This community is my home, and it means everything to me. I care deeply about the stories we bring you each day, especially the ones that truly impact your life, from women's health and advocacy to the decisions happening at the State House. My goal is simple: help you feel informed and connected, because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to 10 TV News This Morning, weekdays from 5 to 9, anywhere you watch.
How serious is youth vaping? Irreversible lung damage serious. 1 in 10 kids vape serious, which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously, the best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
You know what hope is? Hope is action, carving a path forward even when it's hard.
And kids who still know how to dream. They're the best pathfinders of all.
So at Child Fund, hope means helping millions of children living in poverty worldwide to grow up healthy, educated, skilled, and so all those good things can come true for them, safe.
And that means safe at home, safe at school, and safe online.
Hope means walking this path together, all of us. Because when we work together, we can do so much more.
That's right. Hope includes you.
Child Fund, because we need each other.
To learn how Child Fund works with children in 23 countries to help them achieve their full potential, visit childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Buckeye Show coming up at the top of the hour. Dylan Tyre and Pat Murphy tonight. Joshua Perry is with me. Timmy is off. I guess he has not been arrested. But there was a chance that he may be arrested at the Fenway game today.
What?
Well, anytime Timmy goes out and he's around people, there's a chance he could do something to get himself arrested or killed. Something like that. A lot of passive-aggressive comments.
Okay.
Things like that.
All right. Fair enough.
But you apparently made it out safely.
Good.
All right. Easter time this weekend. You told me yesterday, but I forgot. What are you making?
Chicken and waffles.
What time is the eating?
11.
Okay, so it's brunchy type
It's a
stuff.
brunchy type thing.
Okay.
Chicken and waffles, bacon, eggs, ham. Mom's bringing mac and cheese and potato salad. And then I've got a pound cake.
That's right, homemade pound cake.
That I'm going to make from scratch. None of this out of a box. From scratch. And
what are you doing that, tonight or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Blueberry cobbler.
I've had the blueberry cobbler.
Yes, you have.
I can speak to that.
Yes.
What do you serve with the blueberry cobbler?
I like a nice vanilla bean.
Oh, look at you.
Yes.
You're doing it right.
I am. I know how to eat.
Sounds delicious. Why do we do brunch or breakfast stuff for Easter? It's the only holiday that we really do that for.
So it's an interesting thing. I've always been a part of an Easter dinner. So, you got ham, mac and cheese, collard greens, yams if you like them, that type of situation. So this is a little bit of a blending of both because I am a proponent of breakfast, big breakfast guy, but I like the tradition of having the dinner-ish foods available.
Now, let me ask you this question, because the last time you had people over for a holiday was Christmas, and you had this elaborate breakfast spread for everybody, and they had such a good time. They enjoyed your company so much. You were such a wonderful host, not like the dirty hotel in Memphis. They wanted to stick around until dinner time, and you didn't realize they were going to be there, and you had nothing to feed them. If they stick around for dinner on Sunday, are you prepared?
I'm setting off fire alarms. So people have to evacuate.
So just get the hell out?
And then I'm going to be like, well, you know, there might be a threat still inside. You guys should just go.
You should go.
You should just
go. So the answer is you have no food planned past brunch.
You know, it's probably a good idea to create a later menu. Don't know if I'm going to get there.
You're doing this all by yourself, too. Your wife's not helping you at all?
Mom's helping with a little bit, but I do all the cooking otherwise.
You said mom's bringing the mac and cheese.
Potato salad as well.
Is it a baked mac and cheese? It is a stovetop mac and cheese? Baked?
Yeah.
Is there anything in it, or is it just the cheese?
Just the cheese. We don't do all that.
Is it topped with cheese?
Yes.
And then it gets like crispy under the broiler or something?
I'm not with the breadcrumb.
You don't like the breadcrumb?
I do not like the breadcrumb. I just like the regular cheese to start to get a little bit of a crust on it.
What does Timmy put on top of his, Teddy? He told us.
Oh, Lord.
It's something. I forget what he said he puts on top of it.
I have no idea.
No, it's not. Because I've had it with potato chips. I've had that on top. It's pretty good, actually. I can see your disapproval. He said he did put something on there, and I'm forgetting what it is. Maybe the people in the YouTube chat can help me out. Something odd he put on there.
Are we shocked?
No. But you don't do bacon, nothing like that in the mac and cheese?
No. Just the pasta and the cheese.
How many cheeses?
Well, I use more cheeses than my mom does. She is pretty much like a Colby and a cheddar, whatever. And I am very much you got to get a Gruyere in there for just a slight bit of funk. And I like to use white pepper instead of black pepper.
That's interesting.
When I'm making it.
I think white pepper tastes like feet.
So my wife would tend to agree it's a little bit funkier than what she likes. But from an aesthetic standpoint, when you're making the bechamel, you don't get the flecks of the pepper in there.
You don't like the flecks?
I could live without them. I could live with them. You're tickled by this, aren't you?
I could do this all day with
croutons.
Croutons, that's right.
Croutons.
He puts croutons on top of the mac and cheese.
I'm tired of him, and he's not here.
He's not invited to the cookout, is he?
No, sir.
Now you come with croutons and the mac and cheese. My God.
The back page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
All right, Teddy's got to dazzle us with some back page stuff. What do you got, Teddy?
All right, guys. I just saw this. 10 teams get to start their off-season programs next week because they had new coaches, and that's the rule in the NFL. So they are, of course, the Cardinals, Falcons, Bills, Browns, Raiders, Dolphins, Giants, Steelers, and Titans. So Tuesday's their opening day. Do any of those interest you, or which ones interest you the most, I should say, maybe?
Giants, maybe.
I mean, the Bills, really, because, the Bills were... No? I mean, they're knocking on the door.
Yeah, and then they go with the internal guy, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I'm out. They're knocking on the door. You got a franchise quarterback. You're moving into a new stadium.
It's the story of their franchise, really, is just knock on the door, and then what happens after that. I'm less intrigued by the Bills as the years go on. Just feels like they kind of are who they are. Fire a guy, go with the internal dude. Josh Allen gives you a lot of nice, but
he just had a baby the other day. He
congratulations,
didn't have one, but his wife or partner, or one of the two.
Yeah, I think that New York thing could get flipped around pretty quickly.
The Giants,
yeah,
with Jackson Dart, assuming he stays healthy. Of
the
course.
Health of the quarterback is going to be big, but they got some edge rushers and drafting high. I think they're one of those teams that. I'm not saying that they could win a championship, but I don't think they're too far off of being a decent team.
The real team to look for in New York is the Jets, because Aaron Glenn seems to know exactly what the hell he's doing.
Oh, promised land.
Oh, Geno Smith's going to take us to the promised land. I don't know what that is, but he's going to take you there. What else you got, Teddy?
Well, I was going to say, you didn't mention the Browns at all. Are we excited to see who's spinning the ball up there?
Not really.
No?
Are you?
Nope. Because whoever it is going to be bad.
Not at all. All right, I want to send congrats out to Jelani Cambridge of the Ohio State women's basketball team. I saw she won the Dawn Staley Award today, which goes to the nation's best guard. She's the second Buckeye to do that back in 2018. Kelsey Mitchell won that award.
Very nice.
Congrats to her.
I like that.
We have women's Final Four tonight, men's Final Four tomorrow. What else we got this weekend? Jackets will lose something. We have that. And you're going to bring me a little bit of your mac and cheese from dinner.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Put a little Tupperware.
I know you want more than just a little bit.
I just want a little taste.
No, you
I got the Zep-bound shot. Can't have too much, but just a little taste.
Skip the shot.
It's that good?
Skip the shot.
It's that good? All right, we'll see you next week. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview. Come for the pizza, stay for the dive.
We've got a couple minutes slowdown on northbound 71 on that north side if you're going from 670 to 11th Avenue. And expect some delay due to a crash on Gender Road at Winchester Boulevard. This report is sponsored by Coda. Tapping is already how you move through your day. Now it's how you ride the bus. Pay to ride Coda by tapping your card, smartphone, or smartwatch and go. Learn more at coda.com/tap. I'm Nicole.